things we're gonna do today.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Amanda and Kurt have been in the chat for the past hour.
I know.
They've been sitting there for an hour.
What are y'all doing?
What's up?
Just vibing?
You guys hear us okay?
Before I left, I pulled the stream up on my home PC and noticed they were there, and I was like, "What are you guys doing here?"
Yeah, when I bring this up to prep, people
They're there.
jump in. Yeah.
Robert.
Good afternoon, Robert.
Cha-cha-cha.
I thought you said yuck, yuck, yuck.
Nope.
Also that.
Cha-cha.
Oh, we are heard clearly. That's good to know.
Good.
Loud and clear.
I heard my own voice.
Oh, how terrible.
No, cursed.
It's cursed. Why is it that... Is it because to ourselves we sound different than we
Yes,
do
because you
on
hear it through your
recording?
bones.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the.
I hate that.
I hate
I don't
myself.
I don't like. I have to record myself for school quite a bit and then show it to all my classmates.
Oh yeah, I mean, I edited a full
bad
podcast,
time.
like 40 hours worth of my own voice. I've gotten very used to what I sound
Is it
like.
hard for you to like go back and watch a stream?
Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible, but I'm like, who is that? I don't know that woman.
It's not for
I've
me
never
anymore.
met her.
So suave and confident.
Yeah.
I messed up.
You messed up. Oh, you didn't bring your bracelets?
Mine's always on the
After we wrote
table.
about
I know. I have it in like a little extra accessory
I need to
bag
just
that I can
Imagine
put my
not
ears
coming
and stuff
prepared.
in.
Imagine.
Imagine.
It's me.
Picture it.
Hello, Danny. Happy Sunday to you as well.
Ooh, Danny.
Yeah.
A rare treat.
Jerry's in there. Good to see you, Jerry.
Ooh, my volume's really high.
You stop that.
Most of us.
It's okay. I actually like to just have the chat open instead of having the video, just because it saves on.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, because you can do that.
How do I do that?
Do
Swipe down.
what?
You can, if you scroll. Make that go away. You can scroll over and just open the chat.
You're kidding.
Wait.
What?
Swipe down. Then swipe the video away. It's like swipe it off. No,
my
swipe
gosh.
the video off to the side, and then scroll to the. Do you have the channel open? Open the actual channel.
Oh. Here.
Okay.
You
I mean, I want to show you.
Here.
You click on the.
You do it.
Click on the channel itself, and then over by clips there is chat.
Oh,
And you can just have the chat.
I can
on.
probably
That's-
read that better now.
Yeah.
So
Because you can also
nice.
read much more of it as well. I think it works
Oh,
better on
this is
iPhone
so
than it does on
nice.
Android, but
Oh,
Most
that
of
is
this
much
seems-
better. Thank you for that
You're very
little.
welcome. I work in IT.
It's no biggie.
There
Don't
we
worry
go.
about it.
One of the things we've
Kind of a big
also
deal.
done, you'll note this, Mad Chatters, is we have changed the look of your chat dialog box. Hopefully it makes it a little more readable.
Oh, on stream?
But I'm also wanting to make sure it's not too, overwhelming. So as you look at the different scenes today, not so much on the opening screen, but as you look at the different scenes today, let me know if you like the new look of the chat box. All right, let's go ahead and,
Oh gosh, wait, what happened
into
last time?
it?
well,
I didn't
we're
do this
gonna-
on the way here.
You didn't do it?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Where did we leave off? Oh no, I remember.
Think heartbreak. Think sad.
Think sad. Oh yes, this.
This is new audio.
I was gonna
We're
ask.
still
is
going to
it
make
the
a
new
little
music?
tweak, but it's getting very close. And we've improved the resolution so you can see the letters of best.
So high res.
It's a higher,
So crisp.
less compression.
So pretty.
How many Ks? 4 of them? 2 of them?
It's got all 4 of the Ks.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
More cases than you could handle.
Yes. So let's see.
There's starting to be too many things to remember.
Notes wise?
I think it's only gonna get harder
That's
over
what
here.
I posted that in the Discord.
That means I just need to kill some more people. So we don't kill them all.
Eliminate that NPC tracking problem. Just kill them all.
Kill them all.
I am thinking about putting together like a separate
there Halo
newspaper
up
that
there?
just
Hey,
is
there Halo up
NPCs.
there, that art.
you know,
You should make a
Yes,
web.
that, yeah.
Hey.
like a document, like a
Yeah.
I told her she had it very obvious. I said,
Yeah, there's
Subtle,
probably
yeah.
better
Easter egg.
programs to do
good.
it than an Excel sheet.
Probably.
But you can make like a relationship web of NPCs.
If I do that, can I get more XP?
Absolutely, and you can use.
I won't do it unless you give me XP.
This is
That's so cool.
this is your 3-dimensional mind mapping system
Oh
here.
my god.
I told you there's a good app for it. What app is that?
It's called Knowledge Base Builder.
Ooh.
There's a couple other ones.
that
Knowledge
made me
Base
busy.
Builder.
Yeah, Knowledge Base
I can't
Builder.
do stuff
Thank
like
you,
that.
old school.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do stuff like that too. My notes are fairly linear.
You guys liking
think
the
about
new
things in
intro?
3D.
No.
We showed this
like,
last week, but we made some
Yep.
improvements
Somebody just
to
has
the
to
audio.
leave a big
and
enough impression
crisper.
on me to note them and note their complex weave of relationships.
Good, thank you.
Hey, but if you think that, why go for it?
It's the only
I
way.
don't like this part of the video.
You don't? Tears have fallen, but the weeping has only begun.
I don't like that part.
What does it mean?
I mean, I think
we make other people weep.
well, we might make David weep today.
I guess we'll see.
Oh.
Hello, Keith.
I really like that piece of artwork.
Me
that's
too.
that's cover art for Aihrde, and I
Yeah.
love it.
See, I do like it,
I had
but there's
other-
something ominous in the foreground that makes me
Well, but the background too. I want to know where that is. That pillar.
That tower.
Yeah.
Are we
Let's
gonna
go
be
there.
Let's go there.
eventually?
Let's drop everything in this city and go find a big pillar.
And
Bye.
welcome
Complex
to
relationships.
Tears
Nah.
Nah.
of Air.
Just go find a pillar.
Go look at a big pillar.
Oh gosh, golly.
All right, welcome
hi.
everyone.
Oh no, it starts again.
Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
no.
kill
Oh, here
that
we go.
there.
Once more with feeling.
Once more with feeling this time. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Tears of Aired episode 16.
Wait, how did I get
And we're gonna have a good time today. As always, I'm joined by this
already
great
did. I lied to
crew.
you.
Hello, thank you to all the first-time chatters and the folks that have popped in. How is
Huzzah.
audio sounding? I didn't hear
pretty well.
the alert box firing.
It is not March anymore.
So let me make sure that that is
No,
set
it's not.
correctly.
I think March just kind of skipped.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it.
Doesn't count.
Oh, hey, thank you
Doesn't
so much,
matter.
Toriano,
Wait,
already. Dahlia, Daisy Bell, getting all the bits. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple of unboxings before we get into our game today. So this first one, we have a fantastic member of the community here that is so kind to the streamers. You know him as Canadian Ancient Gamer, Patrick, and he sends stuff all the time from Lightning Source. So you see me do these giveaways. He sends, I'll just get a package from him like at least once a month. And it's always filled with cool, old school reprints of D&D stuff.
Pat66 made a good point. Make sure there's no glitter in it.
Yeah.
No way to know for sure now.
Ugh. All right, and in here we have. Oh no! This is not what I thought. That's not what I thought that was.
But that's great.
That's why it was harder to unbox.
That's funny.
Why don't you guys pop that open and show it to the camera?
amazing.
That is actually our
I need one.
notebooks off the website,
Gosh.
That's so nice.
and so
pretty.
you
I
can
wanna
get
see
that in the
paper.
merch store.
No, I want to know what the paper quality is like.
And get a load of that paper.
Get a load of the paper. Ooh, it's like a vellum. It's like a. It's very
Ooh,
nice.
soft.
Is it nice?
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's
it is really
gridded.
nice. Ooh,
It's gridded, yes, of course. It's got to be
Brilliant.
gridded.
And then the logo on the back.
Got the logo.
Wait, I
up.
gotta see. I gotta
nice.
see.
Just gotta
Does
see.
it work?
That QR code.
see.
Yeah, baby.
Now that's what I call a
QR code
QR
worked,
code.
yay.
That's what I call business.
Check that
So
out. Show
you
that
can
off.
see that
Welcome
here.
to business.
Super nice. You can't tell. It's actually a really nice matte
is.
black finish.
So pretty.
They did a very good job
Soft
with
to the
this.
touch. You could take a nap right on that thing if you wanted to.
So that's on our store. The other thing I have here today is from our friend Todd Stashwick. You might remember.
Todd Stashwick sent you a package.
Well, I ordered his Mystic Libations
yes.
book. And so this is the brand new material from Todd Stashwick,
Oh my
who I got to
gosh.
meet on stream. And this is the
Yeah, his
Mystic
website's really cool.
Libations.
Oh, like a pin.
Yeah, I just stuck myself with it.
Oh no! Broken.
And a book.
We've got a bookmark.
That's a cool
and a
bookmark.
card.
It's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I don't know.
And
Snakes.
let's see.
Ooh.
Did he sign it?
He was supposed to sign. Yep, he did.
Hey!
Aw, yay!
Certified merch.
There we go. So Mystic Libations, fantasy
beautiful.
drinks for all settings.
Oh, I want it
I
so
want this book.
badly. Oh, I want it so bad. Oh my gosh.
Just put it in your bag. He won't notice.
I mean,
Can I show just like one little page?
Sure,
of the art?
please.
Sweet honeysuckle tea in there.
Oh,
It should be, but
wow.
it's not.
Oh my god.
oughta
Malarkey's
be.
Mule.
It ought to be.
That's so nice.
The Hobo King. That's a good one.
Yes.
Hobo King.
The Druid Moon.
Elixir
Of wisdom. I want to make all these drinks.
Me too.
Oh, the cover art's really
It's very
nice.
good. The art is actually really, really
Yeah,
good.
he did a great job
It's
with that.
incredibly impressive.
All right, so as we get ready, we're going to get started here in just a couple of moments, but we had some announcements to make. One, I have a lot of questions about the Discord post that I made a couple of days ago, and if you weren't in the Blue Box Con 2023 channel, you might not have understood what was going on there, but there has been obviously a lot of concern lately about some of the legislation and people who are indicating rightfully feeling like they were not sure they would feel safe in the state of Tennessee. And fully understand that, but wanted everyone that is in our Discord to know that this is a place where you are safe, you are wanted, you are welcome, and it was important for us to message that to everyone. So thanks for all the support, and that's what that was about. If you're wondering, you can kind of see the chat in our Blue Box Con 2023. And then I have an announcement I'm going to make a little bit later in the stream. I do want to talk about our upcoming LMAs, and I'll show those quickly. So we finally have, we've been talking about this for quite some time now. We're doing our budget build battle. We're making this guy, this super cool tavern. With Ashlyn, you need to have your cork, thin cardboard, toothpicks, paper, and anything else that you want to add a twist. So you got to get that this week. This will be live at 5 o'clock on Wednesday,
sick.
Central Time. We'll have it up in our Discord. We're going to make Ninja links available to anybody that wants to share, and you're going to build along with us. We'll bring you in. We'll pipe in your audio. You can talk to us as we're building, and I'm going to try to figure out a way to build as I'm also streaming. It's going to be a really good time. That's this Wednesday at 5 o'clock. And then, of course, we are right now in the midst of our month of one-shots.
Heck yeah.
So we kicked that off this week with Kurt. He's got a fun game he's going to be running on Tuesday. Then
Very cool.
The cast looks great.
Yes. The following week, we have the ossified Grognards game. I'll be running that. And then on the 18th, we have our Greyhawk Awakening Book 3, Session 0 introductions. And then
I'm so excited.
I can't wait. Everybody's very excited
Been
about
seeing
that.
those little art sneak
I
peeks over on
know.
Hobbs' Instagram.
my
Isn't that
God.
crazy? Yeah,
They're beautiful.
The art is so good.
It's
It-
stunning. And
it
the
is.
backgrounds?
The background-
Sweating.
the backgrounds are
Sweating
good.
literally. Looks warm there.
I've got my intro screen ready to go.
Oh
it's
my
all
goodness.
your custom music. It's all getting put together. So that's going to be on the 18th, and then the last Tuesday night of the month, we have who's running that one?
Josh.
Josh, that's right.
Josh.
NPC Voices. He just got his title in yesterday. So a full month of one shots. It's going to be a blast. So please join us for all of that. On Lore Masters Arcanum, we do also have on the 19th, we have a special guest. His name is Mark. You would know him in chat as Logarium.
Oh, cool.
He runs a lot of the Dark Sun stuff that is on Lawful Stupid, and he's run Dark Sun campaigns for over 2 years. And many of you have seen the new Dark Sun Grand Compendium that is making its way around the Reddit spheres and whatnot. He actually did a lot of the layout work for that.
wow.
Cool.
He's very super knowledgeable. We're going to talk
Did someone
Dark
talk
Sun.
about
We're going to talk Psionics. So that's going to be a fun LMA on the 19th. And then on the 26th, we've got Michael of Feralborn Trading coming on, and we're going to be doing some custom item and custom spell creation. And Thomas has assured me he's even going to find a way to get off work
I'm gonna
that
try
night,
and get
so
there.
he can get there.
I
for
love
that.
Michael. He's great.
Yeah, he is.
His artwork is amazing.
So-
He's so creative.
Lots and lots of stuff coming up. All kinds of Blue Box goodness happening this month. Mark your schedules. Okay, let's go to what happened last time.
Huzzah! Well, we last left off waking up in well-equipped, having had multiple conversations with one another about things, because we
Stuff.
haven't seen each other for a while, and we're all very different people than the last time we met. And Dahlia was feeling a little dirty still, rightfully so, and wanted to go get a bath. So David guided the women to the Serpent Springs, the
Siren Springs. It's just full of snakes. It's terrible.
Listen,
Everyone
SF,
hates
baby.
it.
I don't know. I wrote it somewhere. I told you I did. Anyways,
You guys say the siren, like the
I get it.
Yeah, I mean
the Siren Springs. We'll cut there and back. The Siren Springs.
Good clean audio. Nice.
This isn't live.
We'll edit
right?
it. We'll put it in the edit.
Pretend you're not seeing this.
Yeah.
They went to the Siren Springs and met 2 women, well, technically 3, the owner, and a woman named Thoden, who was a dwarven woman with a beautiful, long, bright red beard, and a woman named Kiana, who they learned was a worker at the Tickling Feather, who had recently had to begin working there because her father died in an orc raid of his caravan, which is a ongoing thing that we've learned about going on outside of the city of Altamira. So lots of connections going on. In the meantime, David went into the Tickling Feather, hoping that whoever had done this dirty deed to Dahlia would have gone there to celebrate that night. And I guess he was right. Well, maybe. But either way, he paid for a room and paid for a massage and got some information out of a woman, paid a lot of money.
Lots of money.
A lot of money.
A back massage. That's all he paid for.
A back massage. It was a very good back massage. I needed it, I think. And she gave some good
we all?
information. We learned that one of the 2 men was named Granger. He is the leader of the henchmen of the Hollanders, and he's been there for about 4 years, and that he has a bit of an appetite for gray pine, which is a narcotic drug that exists throughout the city, throughout the world. And we know the name of his dealer, which I didn't write down, I've just realized, but I imagine someone did.
Malin.
Yeah, I was like, I can't read my own handwriting, but I was like, I got Malin.
Dauber, Malin, drug dealer.
And we are aware of him, and we are aware that maybe once or twice a week he goes to get more of the stuff, so we have a possibility.
Dauber?
Yes.
Daba.
No, Dauber.
It's said with an accent.
Double Malin.
Double Malin. And the women continued their conversations. They tried to donate some charity to Kiana. She didn't take it very well and got a little angry and left. Thoden revealed that she was a dwarven merchant woman family of merchants and oddly prefers the low quarter to the uppity up of the other parts of the city. And
Who can blame her?
gave them the name of a place called Gorin's Hammer, which exists in the dock area of the Merchant's Quarter, if we ever needed to find her and get in touch. But we made our way out of our various places, got together, learned of the gossip that we had learned, and made our way to the Spiked Mallet to get Dahlia some armor and a new sword, because she has nothing right now. Managed to get some shoes, a breastplate, right? No, not the breastplate. We got you...
Yeah, we got a sword.
sword.
Breastplate should be ready tomorrow.
Breastplate will be ready tomorrow. Did we get you any armor?
No.
Breastplate.
Oh, did he give me the... No, he didn't give me the leather.
No.
We're getting it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got a sword.
Yeah.
And
all you
we
can hope for.
began to make our way out when Rashid made David aware that Gretchen has fallen ill and has not been heard of leaving her house in a while and is probably not doing the best and needs to go be seen. And that is where we left off last time.
Well done.
And there was some mild in-text conversations in the Discord. Go check those out. These 2 were being cute and I was being sad. And that's it. That's really all you need to know about it.
That's what you missed.
That's what you missed.
All right. Excellent job on the recap. We're going to go around
Well,
the
you don't have to say
character
excellent.
intros. It was good. And we're going to do yours last because you have some hit points to roll for.
Hey! 'Cause I leveled up.
So let's start with introductions on this side today. Let's go Cam, and then we'll go Jenny, and then we'll go Rachel, and then we'll finish with you.
Hi, hello. I am Cameron. I play Dahlia, a level 2 now, Verdant Bloodline Blood Rager. I had a bit of a rough go of it the past day or so, but got a fresh haircut, feeling good, you know? Feeling better. We got a new sword, new hair, new shoes.
New you.
I mean, how could you feel bad in a time like this?
Priceless.
You know? Yeah, it's going well. Things are going well for Dahlia. On the upswing. We
On
got
the upswing,
information.
for sure.
Who knows where we could go from here?
All right.
Oh, me.
Oh, me.
Oh, me. Well, good morning, Mad Chatters. It is me, Daisy Bell. I am still a level 1.
Tragic.
Still.
Stares deeply into the camera.
Still a level 1. Which means I'm a little weak. But I'm strong in spirit, y'all.
It's all in your head.
So,
It's all about us.
I am a nightshade ninja, so I have a special set of skills. And I like to be sweet and deadly, and I like my sweet honeysuckle tea. There you go.
Whoa, crazy seeing you here. I'm Rachel.
This is new.
How'd you get in here?
She's still workshopping it.
Yeah,
This is my house.
I play Mila, who is an first level as well, Amdura, which is a mix of cleric and inquisitor. And if you haven't read what Amdura does, you should go look at it because it's
Very
really cool.
It
I
is.
have
pretty neat.
invocations, and I get to do things for my teammates and support them. It's great. What is important about me? Right, Mila. My brain went blank.
Yeah, I know. I feel that.
It's tough to have to describe everything.
She is with the Brothers of Stalwart Diligence, which is a group that she met during the 7 years. She looks slightly different than she used to. She has golden eyes opposed to the brown ones she used to have, and a white streak in her hair. Who knows what that's about? That's it.
One day we'll get to ask. One day.
All right. Tell us about Click. Tell us any feats or anything you're picking up, and make your roll.
Knock, knock, bleaters. Click here. I am now a level 2 vigilante, which means
Welcome to the level 2
I get
club.
to pick a vigilante trait, which I picked something called deadly agility,
Did
which means I get to add half of my vigilante level to any damage I deal with light weapons. It's going to be very
Nice.
good, which only gets better as I level up. But because I already had weapon finesse as a feat, I got to replace it with another feat because it also gives me weapon finesse. So I took the feat Enforcer. Anytime I deal non-lethal damage, which 90% of the time I do, unless I'm using my crossbow or my knife, which I don't tend to like using, I can, for free,
For obvious reasons.
make a demoralize check against the enemy. And they are shaken for a number of rounds equal to the damage I dealt.
Very cool.
So every time I hit them, I make them afraid of me.
Make 'em a
I can
little
try to
scared.
make them afraid of
Try.
me.
Yeah.
And it is, ooh, it's gonna be fun. It's
It'll be fun.
But yes, and we will see what I roll for my
us it
HP.
dies.
I can't
Give us it
roll a
dies.
1 because my con modifier is 1, so I have to roll a 2 or better.
All right.
But it's
Here
gonna,
we go.
It's gonna be an 8. It's an 8! Oh! That's 2 matches. Let's go.
Very nice.
Granted, mine didn't
Gotta
come
get
at
max.
the. You
Yes,
gotta
I know.
get
The standard
max.
is set now. Everybody's getting max hit points. Each time he
Not me
flexes,
with my
demoralizing his
11
enemy.
con.
Oh my
It's
God.
Yeah.
It does feel very
Which brings
quick.
me up to 20 max HP now.
That you have to be away from fighting.
Stay in the back, guys. You got this.
All right.
No
We're
flanking
gonna-
for you
we're gonna
anymore.
have some fun. This vigilante class is also very cool. All these classes, that
All the
they have
classes are
chosen,
awesome.
Yeah,
We
you
got spicy this
Nightshade
time.
ninjas and Verdant Blood Rangers and Amduras and Vigil. These are all super cool. This is the crunchiness of Pathfinder. I
love
but these players do a great job bringing them
love
to
it.
life, and I think these are
Feats,
fantastic.
classes,
and of course,
all kinds of stuff. Flavor,
yeah,
flavor.
Okay, so before we start, one other thing I wanted to mention, I did announce we have 3 new mods.
Hey.
So Toriano now mods for us in the Discord. Kurt Cuventus is now modding for us
got 2 of
in
them
the
here.
Discord. What's that?
2 of them are in the chat right
Yeah,
now.
they're
Oh my gosh.
already in there
Doing their job.
and doing the job. And so thank you to
have to say the third.
to everybody,
Yes,
to
the
all the
third one.
mods,
Who's
all
the
the current
third?
mods. I'm drawing a blank right now.
know, me too.
Who's my 3rd new mod?
Quick, go to the message you said not that long
man, I'll
ago.
have it in there.
It's right.
You are watching us exactly.
Right.
Right.
Toriano. Kurt.
Ventilord.
Oh, right, Tom Vantilord. That's
Yay,
right.
Tom.
Tom is our 3rd mod, and he'll probably be helping us out on Tuesday nights.
Yes.
A lot. So, okay, all right, then let's go ahead and get started, team. We're gonna start back off in well equipped. This is why Click has been able to level up. You guys have had your rest.
Huh?
Sure.
I think it's
I
just
want to level up.
yeah.
Yes.
You want to level up more than you want to see Gretchen. Okay.
No, stop.
All right. Sure, Click.
your
Okay.
He wants- he
David,
wants-
cares about
cool.
himself.
He
only
wants to
cares
see-
about himself. Selfish.
She's walking and he's like, I suddenly feel more powerful. I gotta go to bed.
Listen, your anger fuels my sadness fuels me.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh man.
Now he wants to see Gretchen on a full health level up.
Yeah.
Kind of move.
Yeah,
so.
she could be deadly.
She
we
could
don't.
be.
She could
Very
be so
frightening.
mad. Big purse, just hitting him.
Okay. All right. So on the top floor, or middle floor rather, of the well-equipped, You all stand around. Dahlia, now freshly cleaned up from the day before. She has the giant two-handed sword, great sword, strapped to her back. And David, Click, which one are you right?
Probably David,
All right, you're David right now.
because that's what I would have been wearing when we left
Sheets.
Rashid, so there would be no reason for me to change.
Okay, and you can hear the bustling of the free city of Altamira as it gets started in the morning. Just a hint of light peeking in through the window.
So this is after arrest?
Yeah.
Okay. David will be quietly sitting by the fire in his nice lean-back chair, just rocking back and forth in it, waiting for people to wake up.
Yeah, I think Dahlia would be just kind of moving around in the space, kind of helping herself to different things, of like making like tea for Daisy Bell, like just kind of working on some stuff and just kind of being quiet, like allowing you your space, but you know, allowing herself to feel pretty at home,
As you're wont to do.
as I am apt.
Mila's probably been awake for a while, doing her usual routine of getting herself ready and getting Finley ready, of course. Got to give him a good brushing.
Yeah,
'cause,
absolutely.
Stuff happens. But eventually she'd probably make her way over to David. Just slowly and just... So, how would you sleep?
Not great. But I don't usually.
Would you like to...
We're underwater.
Oh my gosh, is it Gretchen?
Yes, first thing, but I can't imagine she's awake quite yet.
Right.
It was a bit late when we heard the news, so
Yeah.
be no use waking her up in her sleep.
It's true.
I climb up out of the click cave.
Were you sleeping down there?
I've come up with a name for it. It's called the Nest.
Oh, the nest, okay. I climb up out of the nest. Good morning, y'all.
Morning?
You sleep down there now?
Did y'all hear me?
No.
Good. I'm practicing my sneaky skills. Looks like I'm doing better. Good.
Nice work.
Good. All right.
What were you doing down there?
I'm just trying to go up and down the stairs sneakily.
Sense motive.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'd like to roll. I got a 16.
Can I see if there's a full map coming out of her pocket?
Yeah, for real.
It's a 14.
Do they sense anything other than truth from you?
Is that what
Well,
you were
I would be
doing?
sneaking around.
But
Okay.
Were you
also, I have a
just
question.
the
practicing
only reason you were down
sneaking?
there.
Where is there access to the
sewers?
Sewers down there. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that curtain was with
Yes.
the flowers.
Yeah,
next
yeah,
to it.
yeah. So I would be sneaking around, looking around. I've been studying the maps
Okay.
of what I drew, but also I might be trying to sneak a whole map.
You can try.
You're just holding it behind your back. I've got nothing. Nothing. Who, me? No, nothing.
No, but I go down there and I will continue copying
Yeah.
the map from
Okay.
now on. So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
There
think
you-
Dolly minds. She's just like, all right. Okay.
Toriano, thank you so much. I mean, he's been blowing
know,
up
oh my
the chat with
gosh.
bits and subs, and we
I'm
really
gonna
appreciate all
cry.
that. And you can see all the totals up there. There are a considerable number of plus ones. 13 for Daisy, 14 for Dahlia, 12 for Mila, 12 for Click.
Cheapers.
Only 9 for the DM. That's shocking.
Oh, only
Don't say that out loud. Moose will come in and give you like 10.
Well, should we go maybe then swing by the bookshop? Pick up the books that we're supposed to?
Yes, and yes. Yeah.
And we'll just kind of like put a hand on her shoulder and give a squeeze and head out the door, I suppose.
Yeah. Head out another day.
Before you leave, Mila, just
Yes?
one moment. The woman who I got information from last night mentioned to me that many people have made a distinct connection between you three and myself.
I mean, yes, we're not very...
No. And that is beginning to worry me.
In what ways?
I have gone it alone for 7 years in the city and been a solo business owner with not 3 women living in my house.
Tough. Tough to get used to. We do take
Specifically,
up a lot of space.
3 women who look different to how they used to, but still kind of look like how they did. And, connections. We were talking about the orcs not long ago. I think we should finish up our business, short-term business here in the city, and maybe go on a little trip for a while.
You want to leave?
I don't want to stay here.
Absolutely.
The rumors need to be reset. Gossip needs to have a chance to simmer down.
Do you have an idea of a place? I've been to many. So
I mean, north. We've heard of orcs traveling north. I know Avignon is up there. There could be a route. We could follow a caravan like we were talking about. Find information. I mean, we know that it's not right. Something is wrong out there. Orcs don't work together. Tribes fight and kill each other, and they change their symbols and become one tribe. They don't work together like they are. So, that's all I had to say.
all right. If you have been heard, I'm sure that we can figure something out.
Yes.
Timing wise.
Granger needs to be dealt with, and we need to get your things and the dagger back.
Yes, very much so.
I would have us be careful. Apparently, somebody knows when I leave and return to this city over the course of 7 years' time, so I don't know how much a quick regress will help, but it probably won't hurt.
Well, you know. I'm talking about more general people. I'm not worried about Jameis realizing we've come back into the city. He knows when we come and go, if he wants.
Is that all right with you, Daisy Bell? I know that you're here for
A
reasons.
mission? And you see me narrow my eyes a little bit. I'm like,
Are we all here on a mission?
This could potentially help that. We follow a caravan that's related to the Von Poppins, or not. Maybe even 2. Sit at a location
So
and wait.
how do we follow a caravan unnoticed?
I thought you were rather sneaky and quiet.
I am.
I am as well.
We've got 4.
Oh, she lived in the woods for a long time.
Okay, but how do we...
stick to the tree
We'll
line.
figure it out. I don't know. You know the woods.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just go a couple yards behind. Just to make
Maybe more
sure.
than a couple.
Maybe just more than a couple.
You all stick to the tree line. We'll be a little bit deeper in the woods and we'll make it work.
Does that sound like a good plan?
I mean, what other plan do we have?
It's a good point.
Yep.
For now, let's go to Pensapages, then see if Rashid has your armor at the spiked mallet. Maybe Gretchen in between.
Okay.
Pence
That's
for
the
pages.
plan?
Pence for pages.
All right.
While it's still daylight, too, do we want to stop by Juan Carlos?
I think that is good.
It's like
And then-
last.
These 3 things are close to one another.
Nighttime. We can go scope around where we know Dauber Malin might be.
Depending on how Gretchen is feeling, I might need to stop at Ithildra's
Oh, yes.
Or Fauna's.
or Fauna's. Either or.
More
Okay.
shopping.
There was the guard barracks in the noble quarter. Does
Correct.
one of those exist in all quarters? I imagine they're smaller.
There's a smaller one in the low quarter,
Okay.
and there's about a similar sized one in the merchant quarter.
Okay. If Juan Carlos is not in the one in the low quarter, which is where I imagine he is stationed currently, if he's working here, we should go to the noble quarter guard barracks. But we'll stay in the low quarter for now. Pence for pages. Let's go.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything? Or
When we stop, like, I can imagine that we stop by Rashid's, grab the breastplate real quick, and
okay, yeah. So you're going to do that before you go to Pence for Pages?
Sure. If it's ready.
it's right next
Okay,
door.
Yeah. So he has it ready. For the breastplate, he does charge a small 5 gold piece fee just for the work that he did. He's essentially giving it to you. He's just modifying it on your behalf, and you get it's got the leather and a nice solid metal breastplate, and it's all nicely fitted.
I look at him and I say, "You never cease to amaze me. This is beautiful, and in such short time."
this is what I do all the time. I'm good at these things, but I am
You
always
are, right?
grateful to be able to supply for you, and I know you will put it to good use protecting our friends.
Confidence in your work, Rashid.
Very true.
It sells.
It does. Thank you, my friend.
Of
course.
Oh, wait, are you David? David. David.
Okay.
I've got a quick question.
Just call me David. if we're near anyone,
Yeah.
just call me David.
David out in the open. David.
David in the streets.
So, I've been kind of thinking. No, she's.
Anyway.
Oh, that's
So, I don't know how I feel about four of us just like trying to sneak through the woods, following a caravan.
okay.
What if you sell things, right?
Yeah.
Well, why couldn't we get ourselves
A caravan.
our own wagon?
Not a bad idea.
And maybe sell Rashid stuff?
well,
Could we
you
sell
don't tend to
both?
sell on the road.
Okay, it's potato.
Yes.
So we could have,
It's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad
that way
idea at all.
maybe we could get ourselves
In a little bit of
matching
trouble?
uniforms.
Is that something you want?
Well, we would look more professional.
That would be really neat.
I need you to make designs right now. I need Dahlia's like, I need imagery. I need to see what this is going to
If you
look
can
like.
give me a design, I can start embossing tonight.
Oh boy, I just added more to myself than I thought. On stream and off.
You two collaborate on this. I'd like to see this.
I'm excited.
Okay. Let's go
So
to the
how
picture
do we
pages.
do we have to, who do we go to see about this? Like, we have to be part of like
I mean, I am a
something, don't
business
we?
owner. Rashid
Okay.
is a business owner. We could potentially speak with Aihrde
Could
and
we get,
Fauna.
so what I'm thinking is we need to find the trade routes. Who would we speak to get that trade route map?
Mila could be a potentially actually good person to speak to about that.
Mila?
Mila has been to the north multiple times.
Well,
She
I
knows the
know.
roads.
Well, I know, but do we have the map?
Oh, we could get to map.
Well, I know, but if we have a purpose for it, is somebody just going to give us that map? But if we have a purpose,
Like
then
I
we
said
might be able to
earlier,
get
there are
easier.
multiple cities to the north. Havenhold
Also,
is the closest, but
Do we want to do a real caravan full of stuff? I don't know if we have to.
it doesn't have to be full of anything.
Yeah.
But if we have people's names tied to it,
Yes.
Yeah.
it would be more
This makes sense.
enticing to oncoming orcs. We could have something that maybe even smells good.
Are we trying to elicit an orc attack on us?
Why not?
I mean, I'm just saying, we barely survived the previous
I can give you a few
encounter.
reasons why
Yeah,
not.
I
The
got a
last one didn't
couple,
go so well.
couple thoughts.
I made a promise to Finley that I will be more careful.
Or we could join a larger caravan.
That's not
Okay.
a bad idea.
That would be...
Oh, that's better.
We'll talk.
That way we could actually protect people too.
Yes.
Yes.
Weren't you going to get a book about orcs? Is that what you were looking for?
City of Altamira history.
City of
No,
Altamira
it's
history.
yeah, and
That's what it
I
was.
wanted to find like the sewers and the trade routes because I wanted to
yeah.
see who goes on those trade routes and where
Mm-hmm.
to. So I feel like if we had our own little caravan thing, we could easily get our hands on. Not easily, but at least we would have a purpose for them.
Yeah,
Because I
we-
don't.
we
They
could
probably
take a
don't
job.
give those out willy nilly.
No, I could potentially ask if there is a larger caravan that plans to go as a group and join it as well equipped with
Think
you
that would be
three as my
safer?
guards. Not a bad
I mean,
idea.
I like killing people, but I don't like to be killed myself.
There is strength in numbers
Yes.
when dealing with.
You have you are a
Tribes of
poet.
And I didn't know it.
Daisy, let's go get your book. We enter the Pencer pages.
Oh, so good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you
I
make
get
your way.
nervous walking into the pencil pages.
Yeah, I'll
Is Daisy coming in?
Yes.
Yeah, you
I'll
gotta,
deal with
you gotta pay
Randall
for your
today.
books.
So excited.
So you make your way through the streets of Altamira as the sun
Still
is-
rainy today, or
It is not raining today, but there is a light snowfall. It's starting to get just chill enough. It's very light, and the wind is fairly brisk as traffic picks up on the streets. You make your way huddling together, new breastplate brandished with new blade for Dahlia, and shortly find yourselves in the Pence for Pages.
Huzzah.
You see an older couple walking out as you're walking in, and they're looking at a book together and talking about it. And they smile and nod at you as you walk in. You see Tommen in his normal spot, leaning up against one far wall. Looks like he might have freshly shaven. His hair is only about 6 inches long. And
Poor guy. Love this man.
Yikes.
And Randall looks up, and Rob, we're looking forward to you role-playing Randall in the Discord here very soon, my friend.
If we ever go in the shop.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Soon.
But as he looks up, who goes in first?
Dahlia.
Do you guys push me to the front?
Mila gets arm in arm with you and pushes us to the front.
I imagine I like stumble through the door and I'm just like,
He looks up. Oh, Dahlia, so good to see you again. You haven't... Oh, you have. Hello, David.
Nice to see you, Randall.
they're part of the deal.
Hi, Randall.
You received a poor deal, I think. Yes, books. You wanted books. I have books. What was that you wanted again? Necromancy, yes?
Yes. Mila,
Is there anyone else in the shop? I look around.
I imagine he's talking to a customer and he's like, whoa!
No, his only customers just left.
Okay, good.
But he does. I have just the thing here. A prodigious tome of great learning. Look, Living Among the Dead. And he slides it across to you. It's got a big skull and crossbones on the front.
Sick.
And it's got a gilded spine on the back of it, and it's got heavy binding. This is a valuable looking book.
How much?
And I lean over
is it for?
as she asks that.
Is it for David?
No.
Oh, is it for Dahlia?
I'm definitely going to listen as she reads.
I'll give it to you for 2 gold.
Done. And she immediately slams it down and takes the book and just starts going through. Immediately goes off to a corner and just sits and just starts doing it.
And you already got a book on the founding of Altamira.
I've probably had that book for a while, but I think that Daisy was the one who wanted a History of Altamira book as well.
Oh, I sent that. Can you paste?
Yes, I will copy, but I
you?
think I would have read this in my time.
You can go ahead and share that.
Do you want me to just read it?
Yeah.
Altamira was founded by multiple people, specifically 3 cavaliers. The human, Elijah Winchester III, Elijah Winchester III, the grey elf, knight, Britomart, Ardhel, very good names, old, and his half-elf mage companion, Sorastus. They cleared the lands in a 5-mile radius to build 3 distinct castles. One was rectangular, one was circular, one was a pyramid. That's all history. It's mumbo jumbo. With this and the assistance of other good aligned heroes, the Order of Altamira was founded. The only existing resident in the area was an old codger named Hoops. Quite the name. He sold kumquats, as there were a lot of groves of them in and around the city's area. He was grandfathered in as a citizen. Quickly, other adventurers followed, settled, including Swain Markham, a priest of Alona. But I think that I wouldn't, an Aihrde deity, because I think that that's actually from Greyhawk. He built the Tower of Aihrde deity in the center of the city. To further defend the area, they put up 30-foot high, 10-foot thick walls to protect the growing city, and eventually it grew beyond those walls. Had a lot of magical assistance, but those 3 castles distinctly made the noble court area and then built out, and yada yada. So that's the history of Altamira in a nutshell.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite the read.
I want to meet Hoops. I know he's probably long dead, but I want to go to his grave.
He's an elf, and he's still selling kumquats somewhere.
Well,
he was a human, and he is long gone. Sorry.
I quit the game.
Sorry, John.
Would we have any idea if how long has the city been founded?
Oh, it's been a while.
Randall, how long has Altamira been standing?
Altamira was founded 103 years ago, right before the end of Winter's Dark.
That's not as long as I thought.
Do we think that gray elf is still alive?
Perhaps.
Maybe even, I don't know.
103 years old. That's
How
not
old
very
do
long.
half elves live in this world? I'm one and I don't even know.
A while.
It is quite a city to have been risen in just a century. But
You're absolutely
this
right.
is precisely what has happened in the wake of the Winter Dark's failing.
the thriving industry of our species everywhere. Dahlia, could I try my magics again? I promise I'll do better this time.
Let's see.
I've studied it. All right, hold still.
Mila's watching from over the book.
Natural one.
He kills me.
And he makes a kind of a flourishy move. There! And nothing happens at first, and then a huge bouquet of flowers materializes in midair and starts dropping to the ground. Make a reflex check.
Come on!
Below her dex, is that what we're looking for?
3.
3, no, it was a reflex.
So a saving
check.
throw.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's good, right? Low is
No, it was
good?
the opposite in this
Oh,
case. Yes, you want to.
shucks.
So you reach out,
What does it mean?
don't catch them in time. They bounce off a few petals. He hustles over.
Don't worry, they'll be fine with that. Here, Dahlia, yours.
Thank you.
Are you impressed with my magics?
Extremely impressed.
My forms of prestidigitation are growing daily. I am studying every tome that I can possibly find. I think it would be very interesting if you would like to come and perhaps read with me one day.
I think that would be lovely.
Could I come?
Can Mila come?
Sure. Can you not ring David, though?
David, is this
sure that
okay?
would
Is this an acceptable deal
I'm
to
just
you?
here to look if you have any new fictional tomes in.
There are always fictional tomes.
But you know I've read the majority of what you have in the store.
And you did come in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can provide you as many fictional tomes as you like. You've read some, but not all of my tomes, David.
Can't possibly
Keeping
be
the
true.
spicy stuff from him.
But I assure you, the greatest fictions are perpetrated by your friend Daisy, as we established last time. And I...
Pardon me, Randall.
She has been very polite.
Hey.
This visit. She's not said a single thing.
She's been entirely quiet.
You've been completely quiet. Yeah, that's
Very
polite.
Been very good. She's sitting in her seat.
When you say Randall, I look at you and I go,
Yes.
I've been holding my tongue,
elegance.
Randall.
Now you try.
I was about to say that I found your tongue best held in that fashion.
Then he kind of cuts his eyes over to Dahlia.
But that would not have been gentlemanly of me. Forgive me, Daisy. It's pleased to meet your acquaintance for a second time. Perhaps we can get off on better footing this time.
I like lean up against David and I'm like, this puts a tear in my eye. Look at him.
Maybe I should be taking gentleman lessons from him.
Tommen kind of he walks over. I know what you said last time, but I just want to be clear. I don't have any expectations, and I don't want you to put that burden on yourself. Hope has no part of my life in this matter, and for you to carry that would only bring you grief too.
Can I try something?
Sure.
I would also like to try something.
Are there bookshelves? I mean, do they have like tops
In a
on
bookstore?
them?
Yeah.
I would like.
Uh-oh, where's this going?
Are you going to push a bookshelf on this
Really?
man?
No,
Think.
I want to sneak away, sneak up onto the top of a bookshelf, and then hand a book down to Randall. Without him seeing.
All right.
I'm practicing my sneaky skills.
You're totally right.
All right, now to be clear, you're standing like 3 feet away from him. So exactly how do you begin this effort?
Well, I want Dahlia to engage him.
Well, he's definitely not paying much attention. to you
Yeah,
now.
so
He's
I
not- yeah.
figure.
Okay.
He's not paying any attention to me.
So you're just gonna,
That's why I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
So are you meandering sort of to the back
I'm just
of
like
the shop?
looking
Yeah.
around. I'm,
Just being casual.
Okay.
you know, casually sneaking.
Yeah, keep it smooth.
Keeping it
Yeah.
smooth, you kind of casually make your way back, and there is actually a kind of a corner that you can walk around.
So I don't want my skirt to get in the way, so I do have a detachable skirt, so I take it off.
Of course.
Pretty cool.
Oh,
Outfit
how did I
reveal.
not
Love
know
that.
That's incredible, and I love
We've seen
that.
it before.
I didn't
in the
know
orc
that
fight.
you said that it was detachable. I didn't catch that last
It's
time.
held on by the belt.
That's so cool.
That's really good.
Oh, I love it.
Two
All
different
right.
names, 2 different minis.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
There we go.
I love
All right.
the power pose that you get into.
So
Tie your hair up.
You You take the skirt off as you kind of go around the side or bundle it up, and you do see that there is a spot here where you can climb up a pole. And if you want to, you can actually go. So you know these shelves are only a few feet off the ground, but there is a second floor here. So I got to show this to the chat. So there are 2 floors to pence for pages, and if I slide this,
Yeah. Use ninja smoke.
and so you kind of have this overhang up here. So do you want to try to get up to this area?
Yes, but can I want to be able to reach down the book right in front of his face.
Well, so it's about 10 feet off the ground. You could.
If you hook your feet into the banisters and hang down like a bat,
Yeah.
Is that really what you're gonna do? Okay.
that's what a ninja would do.
Yeah, I gotta practice somewhere.
All
If
right.
I fall flat on my face, I'll
All
fall
right.
flat on my
It
face.
would be a very
Please don't get a
Daisy thing for you to fall
concussion.
flat on your face.
All right. So first of all, let me
excited.
as you do this.
I just gotta nail this. thing.
Common is not paying any
I
attention.
want it to be known. I am not letting my eyes leave Daisy.
So are you going to follow her?
No,
around?
no. I'll wander over to a bookshelf just to keep an angle, but not. I'm gonna stay.
Do your own thing.
Yeah.
What is she up?
Just
I'm gonna
in case.
whistle and keep. Yeah.
Mila will be casting detect magic and looking specifically at Tommen just to see if he lights up at all. But that we can go for that later.
That's a
Oh,
great.
if Tommen's magical.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's.
I just wanted to throw that in for a second. We can do that after. If you
Yeah, no. Actually, we can do it now. So you concentrate for a moment, and as you do, you sense there is some faint magic that surrounds you. There are a couple of scrolls and books that have some enchantings on them here in the Pence for Pages, but Tommen himself, you do not sense any magic emanation from him.
Okay, so like nothing innately in his blood, his veins that's caused him to be hairy.
Not that you're detecting,
Okay.
or if at one time it did, that has perhaps now passed.
I see.
And is now part of him. You're not really sure. So Daisy Bell, you get around the side, and you do note that David is kind of keeping an eye on you. But you get outside of eyeshot of Tommen and of Randall. What do you do?
Well, I'll grab a book on manners.
Wait, so you're going. What? So you're going up to the second floor first, right?
is great.
Okay, all right. So,
Jenny, you're an agent of chaos.
so first, okay,
You're gonna get yourself kicked out of this little
know.
boy store.
You're gonna make 2 checks. You're gonna make a stealth check, and then you're gonna make a climb check.
I'm so
I
excited.
know. It's always
Open up
climb.
your character sheet.
Yeah, get your character sheet.
Do you have skill in climb? I
Yes.
keep forgetting.
I
Okay.
think so. I should.
I think
But
I
you know,
remember
I
you
haven't
having
been
it.
able to level up lately, so
Tragedy.
still, you know.
Oh, no,
stuck with
whatever
very
will you
few
do?
Skills.
We'll
These
cry
gosh
at level
darn
1.
skills. Cries in level 1.
Cries in level 1.
Okay, climb. I've got plus
I just want
4, and then what?
Okay.
What other one did you want?
And stealth.
Oh, stealth.
Which you should have a pretty good modifier.
Plus
gosh.
6.
Okay.
Okay,
Sweating.
I am 2. Is it a level? Is it a
Disgusting.
D20?
Yes.
Come on.
Disgusting.
And this, if I'm talking about click,
12.
plus 4.
13. 13 plus whatever.
So that was on the stealth,
Stealth,
check.
yeah.
So that's plus
Okay.
6.
All right.
Dirty
So
20.
19.
Oh,
All right.
19.
19.
All right. So and then go ahead on the second one on the climb.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Something, something.
Don't throw the dice if you get angry. Don't throw the dice if you get angry. Don't throw the dice.
Oh!
Yes!
Is that a 19?
Yes.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
23. Big
Finally.
Day, big day.
She's doing it!
The curse is cute.
The curse has been lifted. Not for Tommen, but for Daisy Bell.
David, as you're watching, you see Daisy Bell looks to either side and takes 2 steps back from the pole and then runs forward, takes 3 steps, actually hits the pole with her feet and climbs up the pole with the movement of the momentum, grabs the edge of the banister and
does an
flips
inverted
over,
flip.
over,
Like on the monkey
over,
bars.
landing softly on the second floor.
Sick.
Daisy, you're so
His
hot.
eyes.
How
Like,
Daisy Bell got her groove back.
David's just. Whew. Impressive. He says under his breath.
Okay, now what do I do?
So now you're searching around for a book on manners.
Oh, is that going to be hard to find?
Well, I mean, you just have to
Oh.
look.
No, before
Okay.
I did that. Oh, I It's going to be hard to find a book on manners. Just let me have it.
Don't make me roll for it.
Don't make me roll for it.
Just let me have this one. Let me have this one.
Oh my god.
See, this is the way you're supposed to do it. I go and I find a book on manners and I grab it and I have it.
Okay, I have a book on manners.
You're looking for a book on manners. And as you do this kind of move along, you're kind of creeping along the second level there, and I'm going to have you make one more stealth check.
I don't want to.
This is too much looking.
Don't throw the dice if you get angry.
Stealth 17.
Okay, yeah, so you're quiet
Pretty good.
up there.
Pretty good.
And
This is making me so nervous. I'm ripping the label off this.
you're shuffling through the books. You do figure out there's an order to them, and you find an area that has to do with various social behaviors, acceptable, behaviors of the nobility, and you start kind of searching through that, looking for something on manners. What are the rest of you doing downstairs while Daisy Bell is doing this?
I think I just kind of, continue to comfort Tom, and similar to the last time of like, I don't know how long this will take, but again, you're welcome to borrow a little bit of my hope, and we're gonna, hopefully here sometime soon be going on a little bit more of an adventure, maybe outside of the city walls, so maybe we'll be able to see a little bit more of what this world has to offer and see if there's anyone who might be able to help.
One could almost believe that silver tongue, but no. Don't waste your time on that.
Don't tell me what to do.
He crosses her arms and kind of like squares up a little.
He steps back, he kind of sizes you up, the huge breastplate, the two-handed sword, and he gives kind of a sardonic smile. Like this little girl has really grown up, and he kind of nods and walks away.
I give him like a pat on the shoulder before he leaves, of like, and like, make it very intentional of like, I'm not scared of you, like, whatever's going on with you does not frighten me, and it's a comfort.
As you do that, he looks back. I like your hair.
Thank you. I might have to get more shaving tips. I think when it grows back a little bit shorter, I want to do some patterns or something. So
He kind of looks like. Is she mocking me right now?
no, he would see like genuine curiosity and like expertise of game recognized game.
Shaving, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you do eventually find a book on manners. The gentle science of persuasive behaviors in polite society. And you slide this little blue tome off the shelf. No one has heard you.
I think, too, while that's happening, after Tommen kind of walks away, I turn back to Randall and just say, hey, you seem to be...
Yes, Dahlia, what is it?
So you've got your knowledge in the arcane, and I kind of like wave the flower bouquet. Impressive.
Thank you.
Do you happen to know how to find things that have maybe been taken or lost?
You can see. Go ahead and make
Sweating.
make an insight check.
That's a 10, and then I...
Sense motive.
You do sense motive.
I got some good pluses. Plus 2, 12.
12.
Could I have made an insight as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
My little
Go
corner.
ahead and make your sense motive.
High wisdom.
It's 18 plus 8.
You have a suspicion as soon as the question is asked, and then you look over at Mila, and you can tell by the smirk on her face, it confirms your suspicion. There's a multitude of information that is conveyed in this brief, embarrassed glance that Randall gives. One, he clearly knows what it is that you're asking. 2, he does not have the ability to do this. 3, he does not want to disappoint you and tell you he doesn't have the ability to do this.
I may be able to assist you with that. Could you give me a day or two to study it?
Of course, but also there's no pressure. I'm just a curious mind, that's all.
A brilliantly curious mind. Beautifully, brilliantly curious mind.
Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm being redundant. Forgive me. What was I saying?
You were looking for a fun fictional book for me.
Where is that blonde Daisy Bell? Where has she gone?
Randall, you were... I was looking for a nice fictional book, something fun, new, that I haven't read yet.
All right then. What kind?
One of a band of heroes, perhaps. Something entertaining, light but fun.
more of that heroic tripe. Would you not
good
like
reading.
something perhaps on philosophy? You could expand your horizons beyond the typical romantic pablum that you consume.
You give me plenty
Romantic
of philosophy every time I
pablum.
open this.
What you been
door.
reading?
Nothing.
I look at Randall.
I look at Randall too.
I got her attention. Yeah, it's like- That's funny. All right, Daisy Bell, what are you doing?
Well, I now get myself an angle where I want to.
Okay, so you're gonna hook your feet
Oh, God.
and dangle down. So this is gonna be an acrobatics check. You might
probably
want to
have good
apply a bonus to
acrobatics.
this because this could go poorly.
You just drop on
Yes,
Randall.
I will apply a bonus. I'm gonna roll 2 die. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You got this.
Don't get angry. Don't throw the dice.
So you're using an advantage.
And I'm going to
Don't
do
be
it
mad.
where it's
Thank you,
Promise
Retro.
not to be mad.
backwards. So where my head comes down, and then I want my hair to flop on him and then reach the book. I don't know if that will happen, but whatever.
Your hair to hit him first.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No. I just want the what? Oh no, I'll roll up my hair
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
because I just want the book
Like an
to
old
appear.
timey cartoon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Is that
Is it two
two
twos?
and a
2.
two?
I rolled 2
What's the plus that you add for acrobatics?
Yeah. What is your acrobatics bonus?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Right after you rolled the 2, you rolled the 20.
Put your skills. What's your acrobatics bonus?
She
Don't
was
make
this
her roll
close. She
for
was
it.
so close. Everything
do
was
it.
so beautifully
It should
executed.
be pretty good.
plus 6.
Wait, no, it's plus 8.
Six.
It's plus 6.
Yeah, that's-
Nope, I can't.
So the total is 8.
8.
All right.
Could have been a lot worse.
You did really. We didn't hear you get up there. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And you were,
Oh
you
no,
were
they're stacking in the
stealthy, you were
chair.
quick.
Oh no.
They're dunced for the day.
Her dice. Can people see that on here? Sure.
Oh, they're gonna fall off, and you know they will.
They're gonna roll nat 20s when they fall off too.
The dice dunce hat.
Dunce hat, no.
I love that that's a thing that you can just buy on Amazon.
Yeah,
It's so
very
good.
good.
Beautiful, truly.
All right. So
Daisy Kate strikes again.
Dahlia, you're watching this as you're looking at Randall, and he's talking with you, and then he's talking with Click. You see Daisy Bell, and you try not to draw attention to her because you know she's trying to be sneaky. But she takes this book, and as she ties her hair, she hooks her feet, and she folds down, like really, really well. And she's hanging there. She takes the book, and as she started, her
It's an 8. That should be something.
her shoe slips.
Oh, crap.
Can I try to catch her
like
if
a
she's
socket
falling?
comes off. The socket comes off. The shoe comes off. And she drops down, but she is nimble enough. Like you go to
Okay.
reach out, and you see she does manage to pivot around, and she does not land
Like a cat.
gracefully.
Yeah.
It's not graceful. There's an audible thud, but she doesn't land on her head.
It's a superhero
She's,
landing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a thunk.
More like a side landing.
Randall's head snaps around.
I put the book up in his face.
What are you doing?
Make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Just looks like she's looking for books. Do you want to check that one out,
I
Daisy?
thought I would bring you a book and present it to you in a
David leaves.
graceful fashion.
He looks at the cover of the book.
Randall,
I take your meaning here, ma'am.
what meaning?
This is low wit at best. You think
But
you
it was
insult
performed
me?
with such grace,
I was-
elegance, and stealth.
I was kind. I was perfectly I would.
You'll
I will look
losing it in
forward-
the corner.
to educating myself. Ooh, polite manners of society, as though.
It's a great read.
Have you read it?
It's a great read.
Maybe you can check it out afterwards. Sort of loaning library. Everyone can have a read.
David leaves.
No, she was not hurt, Sergeant Jobeck, because again, it's only 10 feet, and
Really, it was more
she
like
had
I did
five
plus
roll a
six.
1.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, it was a 2, so it's low, but not a fumble. 8, so she couldn't pull off the move, but she didn't.
So
hurt
glad it
herself
wasn't
in
a
any
1.
fashion, so. Yeah.
As David was saying, a fictional story of heroes. Do you have Heroes of Harrowsmore? It was one of my favorites, and if he hasn't read it yet, I feel like it'd be a wonderful read.
Yes, I think I do. A wonderful read. I would disagree, politely. But yes, I have it right here. One moment.
He deflates a little.
Instead, read a non-fictional.
He
hero
goes to like a dusty corner of books that clearly he doesn't take much of an interest in.
I heard this one's really good.
His hands kind of freeze in mid-motion.
Here it is. Yes, fine literature. Enjoy. 2 silver for this.
Randall,
And she'll go
I
run
think
it out
you
to
could
David
help
right now.
me out a little bit.
Oh, I have no doubt I could help you in many ways.
Don't be snarky.
Snarky.
Creating our own language now, are we?
Yes.
I am fluid in 24 different languages.
He's
and
fluid?
That was none of it.
Fluid?
Fluid? Did I say fluid?
You did say fluid.
He's fluid. Fluent.
Well, I've got my own
What
vernacular,
languages
so
does
might
this
you
kid
be
know?
fluent in
many did he
Daisy language?
Who doesn't?
So,
Like he has so like you're seeing various shades of crimson on Randall. I have so many quips, so many things he wants to say to you right now, and the governance that
You've
he's
gotta
having to
save
put on
them
himself
for more
this
visits.
is super frustrating. Yes.
I'm looking. So, I'm sure you've got history of families, right?
We have some tomes of this nature. Why?
Would you have any on the Beauregard family?
Oh, that poor family. I recall that some years ago. All died in a horrible fire.
Yes, I'm looking for the Beauregards, the Von Poppins. I would like any information on these families.
Playing it close to the chest.
We don't carry. These are more periodicals that you're looking for. They're not tomes of literature. They're not.
So you don't have any, like, just the history of families of Altamira?
Well, I have the general founding of history of Altamira, which I've already provided. I may be able to find something. Perhaps you would come back, if you want to come back, maybe tomorrow. And when you come next time, perhaps you and Dahlia could come separately. And I would be happy to help you.
You can help me with Dahlia by my side.
Oh, I
Or
might
you
be
won't help
busy.
me.
I don't know. I check a watch that isn't there.
Yeah, he'll find you something. He'll
Okay.
find you something.
He'll find you something.
But it's going to be like the Von Poppins and the Beauregards. These are really over the last 20 years. These
Okay.
families in prominence. So it's not like you're going to have.
Are there
Yeah.
places like, I don't know, like I'm thinking of the way that like a modern day library would work with like collections of periodicals. Like, is there a place where like crier recitations are recorded in Altamira? Like at any.
That is a great
Is there a
question.
public library?
Yeah.
Yeah, crier recitations and other public. Yeah, that would not be the pence for pages.
Yeah.
but
I was like, I wonder if in the merchant quarter or the
that
noble
is.
quarter.
I think that is very realistic that you would have that, and so
In a
will,
modern city like this.
Yeah.
I will create something. Yes.
Huzzah.
Beautiful.
All right. What else?
So you're exiting to meet
I'm
me outside.
running out to click.
You
David.
see, you see, I'm actually outside. There is a beggar on the street, and I'm over there patting him on the shoulder, giving him some coin, talking to him about his day.
She'll probably wait patiently because after the conversation of, people have been noticing.
Eventually, he'll turn around and lean up against the wall next to him, relaxing next to him, and see you. Oh, Mila, come on.
Oh, okay. Then she'll hurry over. And this book is Heroes of Harrowsmore.
Oh,
It
you
is
actually,
for you
all
to
right.
read.
I was more messing with Randall, but
Oh,
I've never read it actually.
yes. It's one of my favorites. I read it when I was younger.
What's it about?
Well, as the title, the Band of Heroes, there's a. I don't want to ruin too much, but there is a foul king at play.
Is it fictional?
Yes.
Entirely, or does it take place? Harrowsmore is a real place, and it's just a story about someone made up in
Actually,
Harrowsmore.
no. I don't believe it's a real place.
We live in a very big world. It could be.
It could be.
Could be based on a real place.
Maybe I should look it up. She makes a little note in a little journal. His hair was more.
I look very much forward to reading it.
Yes, and once you get... There's this very specific part. You'll know it when you read it, but once you read it, come talk to me about it.
Is it a twist?
Maybe.
Does someone die?
No.
You're
Well,
no
that's
fun.
boring.
You're not out here.
We're not out there yet.
Well, thank you very much. It's very thoughtful of you.
Yes. Of course. How you feeling?
Puts it in his bag. All right.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since we last sent letters, and I knew that that was because you were coming, and I looked very much forward to speaking with you in
Yes.
person. And so sorry I didn't reply to your last letter.
I mean,
but
it would be a bit difficult to figure out where
find
I
out
was
where you
going
would
to.
be.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
So-
But travel, I hope, was fine.
It was. It was much better on the coming back than it was the going.
You were a little older.
Yes, much. It helps.
Yes.
I feel like there was so much that you weren't able to tell me over the letters. At least there's so much that I didn't know about.
It was hard. Because he'll begin walking a little bit away from the man that he was standing next to.
Thanks again, David.
Of course. And go get some food at the Bobette.
Food, right.
You know the brown is delicious. First day of the week. Which, well,
Every
we're in the
day
second
after that.
one,
Yes.
so it'll be all right. Mixed at best, but
I go get my skirt.
after we learned of...
Did you just leave it on the ground?
It's a second.
We gotta get you like a little stowaway pocket or something.
I've always been cautious with my letters after we heard of the first one that got sent by the Beauregards.
Yes.
Everything, if it goes through the gods, has to be coded.
It's very smart. It's helped me.
And so unfortunately that meant I had to be rather careful with the things that I told you.
Yes. And secretive.
I
You
would have
are.
told you so much more.
And I look forward to hearing about it.
Well, why don't we start now? Why exactly are your eyes yellow?
I wish I knew.
You told me that something happened in the woods and you woke
Yes.
up with the brothers,
Yes. And then
but
I
the
looked.
in-between wasn't very clear.
Well, the thing happened, and when I woke up, I was in a room that the sisters have. It's kind of a joint group, but
And that was in
in Kemi.
Kemi.
I was in
Okay.
Kemi. When I looked, when I looked in the mirror, I had them. It wasn't.
How do you feel?
I felt the same, normal. I feel like me. I feel like Mila. I just look
Must have been a bit
different.
surprising, at least.
It really was.
Your story was rather frightening.
It was.
Found a boy in the woods, went to help him, and then,
I don't think it was a boy.
well, whatever it was, you're safe.
Yes.
And a bit more powerful now.
A bit not as powerful as you all, it seems. It's incredible what you're able to do.
I shot myself in the face with a crossbow,
All have
and
accidents.
you were the one that brought me back up.
Every time.
So, let's not forget where the tiers of power exist in this group.
We're all equally powerful and really amazing.
Well, you seem to have an aura about you that is unstoppable,
Thank you.
palpable. It's impressive. I don't know where you got it from, but I'd love a sip of whatever you drank.
I sadly don't think it's a drink. I wish that I could tell you more. I wish that I knew more
Is it
about
related to the necklace?
Partially. Truly, I've never gotten an answer about it. It just has been. Ever since I was a child, it was... Well, we don't have to get
Where did-
into that.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just...
It's fine. My childhood is not one I like to speak of either.
Exactly.
It is good to catch up.
Yes. I'm very curious about Click and
Lay it on me.
David.
Oh, Click, the hero of the Low Quarter.
Yes, I've only heard of David, and she'll go into her pouch and she'll take out this kind of black brown wrapping of paper, and as she unfolds it and unties it, it's every letter that you've ever sent her.
And he is dumbfounded that you kept all of them. Every single one.
Every single one. I used to read them. It made me feel less alone. But every single one of them is signed David. I've never...
Well, of course, I was the one writing the
I mean,
letters
of
to you.
course. But, I mean, I want to know Clink as well.
Well, I hope you get to meet him.
Me too.
He's hard to find.
He's a bit difficult to talk to. Not necessarily like difficult. It's just, I guess it might be a me thing. I feel a little anxious.
No, I agree. He's a little difficult to talk to sometimes, but he's well-meaning. We speak occasionally. He protects Rashid, myself, Fauna, and
Feldra.
Theldra, many shop owners in the low quarter.
Yes.
It's hard to keep up, but he tells me when he gets the chance that he does it as best as he can.
Now, if I'm stepping too far, please let me know, but she'll kind of motion to the tattoos.
Oh, the tattoo?
Yes.
Which, the key?
Yes, both.
What do you want to know?
Well, what is it? What does it mean? Who got it? What happened? When did you get it? And you never told me that you got it.
This was actually the first one.
Really?
I'm certain you saw the little bit of that. Yes, I have a friend. Yeah.
A friend?
The boss and the raised eyebrows on. Yeah.
It's a skeleton key. You know what a skeleton key is?
Would Mila know what a skeleton key is?
Yeah, I think that would be reasonable.
Yes.
Opens any lock.
Anything.
Well, I say poppycock. There's no such thing. A key that opens any lock. If I had a tool that could make any piece of armor in an instant, I would still refuse to use it. Handmade. Every time.
Interesting. I don't hear many people with that point of view.
No, I don't take shortcuts. And I never
Noticed.
will.
And that's good. Honorable.
And sometimes you have to find the right key for a lock, and you can't find one that exists for all of them. So
Yes.
I like it.
I like it too. It's
Meaningful.
incredible work.
The artistry is actually quite impressive.
So detailed.
I just said broken skeleton key, and
He
yes,
just did that.
Just did it.
Who?
Friend, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's been a while, but
We'll have to meet him at some point.
perhaps. You said you were interested in getting, and he'll pull the ring back to reveal the other
Yes, maybe
tattoo.
not on... I mean, I have leather gloves, so perhaps it wouldn't be too bad, but
Wherever you would like. They're very talented.
I'm excited to meet them. Is it around this point? for
Yeah,
people?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because I feel like
Uh-huh.
we've been talking
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah, unless you were going to do something else inside.
Are we going to
otherwise-
continue bullying the child?
We love to see
No, I go and get my skirt and I kind of huff out.
I think as Daisy Bell's leaving, Dahlia would just be like, had some stuff stolen recently, so that's why I asked about the spell work with that. But don't worry, got it taken care of.
Well, I'll study though. I may be able to find something, Dahlia. And if I could ask, what is your interest in the Beauregards and the Von Puppens? Perhaps if I knew more what you were inquiring about, I could aid you.
Well, I like to know the history of the families. I'm gonna get more. If you can get more families that are in this area, we're new to the area, so I just kind of like to know just the history of this place.
Is that an insight?
He looks at you and, pomposity aside, he does have startlingly intelligent eyes.
Ah, nuts.
Yeah.
And you just see the slightest narrowing.
I'm looking to get into business, and I need to know how businesses are run. I'm a business lady.
And a city's made up of its people. Good to know about them as you exist about them.
Well, but
I
the
also want to
Beauregards are a
get-
dead family. What value would there be in knowing about a family that no
They
longer
were a
exists?
very wealthy family, and I want to know why they died and why one is living. If you're going to be successful, you got to know how to live. I want to know what went wrong.
Dahlia's trying to not to play it very cool.
One is alive. No, the Beauregards.
No, the Von Poppins. One family's alive.
Oh, I see.
I thought you said
Yeah,
one.
no, no.
Oh, geez, you were trusting Randall.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry. One family's alive. One family's alive and one is dead, so something went wrong. I want to know how to live.
Are you suggesting some sort of link between the death of the Beauregards and the Von Poppins?
Well, one was murdered, and
What?
one stayed
Murder?
alive.
It was simply a house fire. What saucy periodicals have you been reading?
Are you sure? Houses just don't catch fire.
I beg to differ. They do just catch fire.
Well, get me all I want. The merchant trade routes. I want to know how to run a business. Can't you give me this stuff? Or I thought you were smart, Randall.
Ah, your puerile attempts at goading me will gain you no favor.
Well, you're just acting like you don't know
your desired
nothing.
things. Excuse me.
You're acting like you don't know nothing.
You know he doesn't have to give you anything in the store, right?
Fine, I'll go elsewhere.
Ooh.
Are you sure?
And so will she.
You don't speak for her.
Well, she goes. If I go elsewhere to get my information, she'll go with me. If I come back here for my information, she'll be with me. That means more times you get to see her.
Would you like to read this book?
What book is
He
that?
hands you back the book on manners.
Yep.
All right. As you guys come walking out, you see Mila
I
and
hold up the
David.
bouquet and I give him like a stern nod and kind of tie it off on my belt where the willow branches had been.
Oh, okay. You see, as you do this, he flushes.
I walk out at that exact moment, like this before I give a crisp nod, eyes shut, tie it, walk out.
You see.
Oh, can I ask you for one of the flowers?
Sure.
Thank you. And I put it behind my ear and I wink at Randall with the flower behind my ear.
Are both of you flirting with this?
Oh no,
I'm not flirting with this child.
No one is flirting with Randall right now. Don't put that. Randall is under no misconceptions when it comes to you.
He knows you're just being mean to him.
You come out. You see. Mila and David are speaking, have somewhat serious looks on their faces, and you also note that Finley is attentive on Mila's shoulder, watching this conversation, and a pensive look on his rodent face. And you can feel concern and even a bit of suspicion coming from Finley as he's listening to this dialogue between Mila and David.
Is it suspicion and hesitancy towards David and what he's saying, or just towards him in general?
This rat hates your guts.
Smart rat.
Loves me. Hates this guy.
Do you open yourself up to what Finley is thinking?
Absolutely.
He's the same. I can smell him.
Same as he was when he was a child?
He doesn't know. It's some ill manner of disease that your kind get. To deny oneself is the most essential mistake, and David and Click are the same. I smell them every time they're together, or apart.
Well, yes, of course. They're
But he doesn't seem to know it.
People cope with things the way that they need to. And if this is the way that he needs to, it might be dangerous to show him any other way.
Dangerous. How so?
Well, if we take someone that has gone through a lot of bad experiences, and they've learned to cope through that with one thing and one thing only, and then you take that thing away, what are they left with?
Every time I think I fully understand what it is to be a human, I'm always surprised.
You'll get it.
Yeah, I think not, but, well, just be careful with it.
I will, thank you.
I huff out. I stomp on the thing.
There
and
were
I
parts
sit
that
down.
were better. There were parts that were worse that time. Good naming, though. That was good.
Good what?
You called him by his name.
Did you see the atrocity of my sneakiness? It was terrible.
I only saw you at the end.
Oh my!
It was really impressive.
No, that's not what was supposed to happen.
I hear you shouting from across as you guys are walking over. It was actually quite impressive at the beginning.
I did so well.
see anything.
Oh,
Of it
you
all.
saw it?
I did.
Oh, I'm glad somebody saw it.
That's why I was trying to-
I couldn't hear you until you were right up there. I don't know how you got up there.
Masterful at the beginning.
You were. That's why I was trying to
Is
distract
that why you
Randall.
got so
Thank you.
mad at him at the end? Is 'cause you...
Yes. Oh, you don't understand. If I could have pulled this off, it would have been amazing, and my sneaky skills would have. My ninjas, I gotta get better, and I'm just trying. I thought I was going well. I snuck up there. I just climbed up. I did this thing. I got my book, came over, clipped my feet in. And I was supposed to just put the book in front of his face like magic. I was gonna, and I had this quippy little thing I was gonna say to him. And I fell right in front of his face. I tried to make it look graceful. I mean, I think I pulled it off, but it was not what was planned.
In this one specific instance, I think it might be okay to blame the tools and not the user. You fell out of your own shoe, from what I saw.
Stupid shoe. We gotta go get better shoes.
Well, I could just tie them tighter for you next time. I've got some good leather laces that can really get tight.
Let's do that.
It's a table full of 2-year-olds.
No, that's at least 12-year-old level humor.
cool information. That's cool and good information to know.
Well, you
Dahlia
were,
just like kind of crosses her arms and is like, be an adult, be an adult, be
Consummate
an adult.
professional.
you were offering your leather to Zoastra at the Tickling Feather last
Gladly,
episode.
audibly.
Yes.
Is this
For
how you talk to women? Is that?
Y'all got us.
Okay, did you get what you needed? The two of you? Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, some of it's common.
Can we head to Gretchen's?
Yes, go to
Please.
All right. I will
Do
lead
you
the way.
want a moment to talk with her?
No, I think you should all come in. It's been a while since she's seen...
I mean, has she ever met us? I don't believe I've ever met her.
I would like to introduce her to you. How about that?
Perfect.
So, please, come in.
Does she know that the pie that she had baked was for all of us?
I'm guessing.
I'll thank her regardless.
Still lives rent free in my head. That was a great pie.
It was such a good pie. Do you think she has more? That's probably impolite to ask.
Well, you need to heal her so she can make more.
I will do my best. Mila immediately starts sweating a little.
All right, we make our way.
All right, so as you make your way through the city and get to the house of Gretchen, just a few doors down from the Bobet Common House, you rap on the front door, David, and you hear a thready, tenuous voice. Hello? Who's there?
It's David. I can let myself in if that's all right.
Oh, David. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. Please come in.
Did you leave your door locked?
No,
Gretchen?
I haven't actually been out of my bed in 3 days, David. Couldn't get to the door.
He'll open the door and... Is her bedroom on the first floor?
Yeah, she only has a one-story house.
Make our way in. And...
You walk in and...
Before we get to her room, is there food or water that I can grab to bring to her?
Yeah, so it's a 2-room house. You walk in. You've seen this kitchen, of course, before, and it's kind of an entry, opening seating area and kitchen. And you can see there is food that is molding on the counters. There's dried dishes. Things have not been cleaned in some time, and you can smell that scent. Is the precursor of death.
Don't mind the mess, David.
I'll clean it all up for you.
No, I'll get to it. I'm sure.
No, you won't. I will get it.
I think, yeah, Dahlia would kind of look to, like, you, and then, like, she'd look at the kitchen dishes and just kind of roll up her sleeves and start. Like, I don't think she knows how to talk in this moment, and like doesn't know this woman, so like she just immediately again walks into a stranger's home and just starts cleaning dishes.
So
Yeah.
he'll look to Daisy. Could you find some potable water? Her voice sounds rather dry.
Of course.
Mila.
Hey, some of that tea could be nice.
And
Ooh,
he'll-
Lady Gretchen.
he'll
I'm gonna
scoop
make
under
you
your
some
arm.
sweet honeysuckle tea.
David, you
Well,
both
that came out great.
friends?
I did. You might actually recognize a few of them. And he'll walk in the room with Mila.
You see her, it's heartbreaking. It's not been that long since you saw her. She's clearly wasting away. Her skin is slack and sallow. Her hair is matted. Eyes are dim. And she looks extremely frail. Her hands tremble beneath the blanket.
I can't see so well. He's big. Who is that?
It's
Mila will laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
No apologies
My eyes aren't what they
necessary.
once were. Who are you?
My name is Mila. 7 years ago, you had made David here a pie, and he had brought it to all of me, him, and 2 others of us.
I do remember the pie, yes.
It was delicious.
I don't know that I don't think I ever met you, but you're welcome here, dear. I just...
And she like makes this absolutely futile attempt to
It's
like
Gretchen, there's
straighten her
no
hair.
need to strain yourself. He'll walk over and start rubbing the side of her head.
And
Mila's a healer.
Yes.
A healer. You don't heal being old, David.
But you can make it more comfortable, can't you?
Pain is significant. If there's anything, yes, I would...
Is it okay if I...
Do I hear other people in the other room?
Yes, they're cleaning up.
No, you mustn't let them do that.
He will
starts trying
hold
to
her shoulder to the bed, and I can't imagine it's very hard to hold her
David,
down.
I don't want guests here. I haven't cleaned. I'm sorry.
Gretchen, there is no need to apologize. We're here to help. You can trust us. You helped us once. We can help you too.
A pie 7 years ago is not properly repaid cleaning an old and
Gretchen.
decrepit woman's home.
Gretchen, why didn't you tell me? You have helped me much more than that one pie.
You see like the first sort of sign of cleverness. Like she kind of glances over with her roomy eyes at Mila and takes a slightly guarded look.
It's all right. We're in good company.
And if you'd like, I can step out for a moment. That's no issue.
In fact, could you give us a moment?
Yes, absolutely. And she'll head out and start helping clean.
Just washing dishes.
I'm getting water.
He will sit there for a second
Got a fire
and
started.
take in the sadness of the moment and just chuckle. I owe you much more than clean dishes.
It was the least I could do. You've always been a good boy, and when Aihrde and Fauna and I saw what you were doing, we knew you were taking on things which were too big for you. And, well, we thought you would grow more.
I assume all 3 of us are out there like washing real quiet to be like,
He rubs his eye and gives her a very soft shoulder check and just says, "Me too." The bobette is not the most nutritious of food, but if I had had more of your pies, I bet I would have grown up big and strong.
Probably that would be true. 5'2", all 5'2" of you. That's what you get.
short king, baby,
Brown.
short king.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to take our one and only break now. And as we go to break, we'll announce our giveaway after the break. I want to say thanks again to all the players. Reminder, we do have our one-shot run by Kurt on Tuesday.
Huzzah.
We have our budget build battle with Ashlyn on Wednesday.
So
We're going to post again all the rules in the Discord. Make sure you check that out and get your supplies before Wednesday so you can build along with us. And we're going to do prizes. We'll do awards for the best builds that night. So you'll post your stuff in the Discord, the pictures of what you build. It's going to be a fantastic night on Wednesday as well. And then, of course, all things now are pointing at really two momentous events here at Blue Box. May 2nd, we have the launch of Greyhawk Awakening, Book 3, Sea of Dark Sun. It is going to be a game like any game you've seen on D&D Twitch. It is going to be incredible. And then we have just a few weeks past that, Blue Box.
Blue Box.
Oh my gosh!
Many of you are coming, and that's going to be a fantastic time. I know many of you have already gotten to see the D&D movie, Honor Among Thieves.
Need to go see that.
We're hoping we're going to play that as well one night here.
I want to see it.
Great idea from Jennifer that we might get a projector outside and set that up. That would be really cool
That's
to
a
be able
really
to do.
fun idea.
And so all kinds of stuff. Blue Box RPG Friday night. Oh, yes, Friday Night Crusade. Thank you very much, Rob, one of our amazing mods. It will be the 2-year anniversary of Friday Night Crusades.
Wow.
Robert and that team have done a great job. I got to play with them last Friday. It was really fun. Always well done. And 2 years of FNC this Friday night.
Oh my gosh.
We'll do some fun
crazy.
giveaways. There'll be some TLG specific giveaways because, of course, Castles and Crusades is the gaming system they're playing.
But John, what is Friday Night Crusades for the people that don't know?
What is Friday Night Crusades? It is a game you can pop in anytime you want to, in or out. It's
On
in our
Friday.
Discord
Yeah.
on Friday. Well,
Friday.
yes, on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central, and it's all audio. So there is no, it's not streamed on Twitch. It's not video. It's very low key. You can create a character on the spot, and you can come in and out of the game. You don't have to make a weekly commitment to it if you can't be there every time. Robert, who DMs it, is really good at weaving players in and out of it, and it's just if you've ever wanted to just join a game, play, have a good time, low key, not much obligation, and be able to share a fun time on Friday nights, that's a great place to go. So FNC, it's in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, just follow it. The links are always going up in the chat. Once you follow our Discord, you'll see there are dedicated channels for our campaigns like Tears of Aihrde and Greyhawk Awakening Book 3. Also Fall of Red Dawn. We have a Lore Masters Arcanum set of channels for our Wednesday night stream. And then we have also the FNC channels where all that text-based and voice-based role play will happen on Fridays. So check all of that out. And before we go to break, I'm going to have Daisy Bell ask the question.
Question?
Well, I must ask, are you not following? Have you not even subscribed? I do
Wild.
declare what is going on in these parts. So I
Travesty.
only have one question, that if you are not subscribing, you have failed to subscribe.
You failed.
And also not subscribe.
You are not following us. Then what
Are you doing?
What are you doing?
Well done. Give us a follow. Give us some Blue Box. We'll be right back.
Huzzah.
It's fun.
I'm gonna cry. I can't believe you've done this, John. Not to Gretchen.
Oh, time and chance happens to all of us.
But what if it doesn't?
And humans.
Oh yeah, she is human. She is human.
yes.
What about it? No. Why are humans so fun?
Thanks everybody for hanging out with us today.
I like the because she's a gnome,
Yes. One of my favorites is Pip.
and gnomes have a different name for everyone they meet.
that's true.
I liked the pet name you gave for my backup character, the Orcacle,
Yes. Yeah.
which is fun.
I really, right as you sent it, I was like, it's too easy. As a soft block.
It's too good.
It's too good not to say.
But I hope you'll never have to see her in the
I,
night.
Yes,
I hope
I
we
hope
never
you
have to
guys
see any of our
campaign.
backup
Never have to
characters.
meet Elsie.
John, we've all recently been coming up with backup characters because
I've officially chosen my class with my backup character. Hopefully me.
I'm still
though. I
I'm
don't
playing
really
around
like-
with
Yeah, I'm still
space
playing
of
around too,
what could
but-
possibly be needed if
I
anyone
feel
dies.
so bad, Thomas. I messaged you about.
on April Fool's. Did you see the April Fool's joke that I pulled on?
That
you
was
guys?
very good.
Wait, what was it?
Open the TOA team chat.
Oh yes.
I had actually gotten that exact same prank pulled on me like 20 minutes before then, so I was like, "Ooh, I bet I can pull this on other people."
Also, I got the minis for our game. They finally showed up in the mail today.
the minis,
The minis,
stuff-
yeah.
Oh, very nice.
My little
Very
stuffed
nice.
animals.
I want a picture of my.
They're
parents.
really small. I wasn't expecting them to be as small as they are,
so
which is
For my
perfect.
one shot, John,
They're
I'm
very
thinking
soft
about
too.
bringing either a laptop or my computer and a monitor and using Tailspire for it.
Yeah.
Just because I think I could, because I don't have basically any minis to my name and maps or anything like that, and so I feel like I would have a better time visualizing it.
Yeah.
Tailspire.
Yeah, you could do that.
Why not?
And I think I might use an Istalri map.
What do you have one in mind already?
The Undying Cairn
Oh yeah.
or whatever
Yeah. Yeah.
is what I think I might be running. So anyone that's in that one shot, don't look that up.
Don't look it up.
Don, I know you run
Don't
Tails
do
Tavern,
But
don't look at your
it
own
up.
stuff.
But come on, Don, don't.
Just don't.
chat either, but when you maybe watch the VOD.
Hello.
All right, we're back, and we'll get back to the
Hi.
game in just a moment. Hashtag BlueBoxRPG in the chat. That gets you
giveaway.
into the giveaway. We're doing a $10 Trollord game gift card
Did you already
today.
get in there?
TLG is a fantastic sponsor. They had a huge GaryCon, and congratulations to all of you that did get to go to GaryCon. It was a great time this year.
I heard it was great.
We're planning on, we'll be there next year. Blue Box will be there for GaryCon in 2024.
Where's
Looking
that
forward to
hosted?
that.
Does it change all the
Wisconsin. It's always right there at his.
Cold.
It was very cold there. Yes,
wanna go.
they were posting
Cold.
pictures in the snow. But yeah, hashtag BlueBoxRPG, and that'll get you in there. Thank you for continuing that gift sub, Jerry, that you had gotten from 491 Phantom. Thank you for
Aw,
all of you
thank
that
you.
have subbed and given bits today. If you missed it at the beginning of the show today, click David did level up. So we
And
now
got
have
max
2
hit points.
level 2 characters.
Both who rolled
level
max
2
HP
crew,
on their
baby.
hit dice. Well, we're more like level 1.5 as a crew.
Some Dura decent.
Well,
We are the two crew.
yeah, we're
and
the
that makes
two
us
crew.
better than them.
Sorry, maybe
Okay.
just
I want
you
the
know.
It was warmer. Wow, it didn't look like.
maybe
it.
write a
Robert,
journal
Robert.
or write a song.
Hey, Ma'am Off,
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to say also
gotta
thank
get
you
the
to
disguise
you.
potion.
And the
Huge
disguise
subs last
I don't
week
think I
as
have a
well.
bag.
Thank you everybody
I don't know
that's
how I'm
been
holding it.
helpful
You have it.
Okay.
supporting us.
Oh yeah, you have.
I will have
We're
given
in
you
a leather shop. Okay.
Y'all, somebody mentioned the face I make while speaking like Daisy
Yeah.
Bell.
What
Now
did they
I'm very
say?
self-conscious.
No. What did they say?
Said it. I'll beat you up.
I think
it
they
was a
said
good-
they liked it.
Yeah, it was like it was good. They were like, I
If it
loved
was Pat Draws, don't
No.
listen.
Disregard. I'm like, great. I don't know what I look like.
No,
You
no.
look
what-
beautiful. is what you
Yeah,
This
we
is
said
actually
it
a
was
good point.
great. Yeah,
you already
they all
have a
liked
healing
it.
potion that you haven't used, right? You were given one but never drank it, if I remember.
Yes.
Yes,
You have
I
another
do.
one.
From Jonas.
No.
Wait, what's his name?
You still have that
You
one.
Jonas.
got one
You got
from.
one from Fauna.
Oh. I thought Jonas gave us one.
And he did.
He gave us 3, which I think
us
we split
3.
Oh.
with these
Right.
people because you already have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which gives me 2.
Yeah.
2 healings?
2 healing potions. Cure light wounds is what they are.
Okay.
And you have 1, unless you want me to do the inverse, but you have the ability to heal through magic.
That's very true. That's very true. Yes.
And then
Very true.
unless you want it, there's a potion of comprehend languages. I was thinking about holding on to that.
I know a lot of
You
languages.
probably would
Get
use
outta
it more
here.
than me.
That's a good
Also, we got to find out what 12 dozen languages Randall speaks.
No, 2 dozen. I don't
2
think
dozen.
He said 2
12
dozen. He said 2
dozen. It was
dozen.
12 dozen. Get in the comments. check the VOD. It's there. It's not. It was 2 dozen.
All
That's
right.
so many.
It's a lot.
Okay.
He's a
I
polyglot.
also sent you a Discord message.
Okay, I'll pull that up right
That's
now.
all.
Oh, okay.
Just a little secret.
Oh, all
Okay,
right.
all
Just a
right.
couple of secrets.
Hang on here. Let
What?
me pull this up.
It doesn't have to do with anything that I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
It's just
Technically has another word. Amanda, what are your...
Potion?
a question. Question.
I don't know why I would. She said she
I like
posted
that.
where?
And
Okay,
the group chat.
cool.
Chat. What's the group chat?
I don't know.
The TOA chat?
Because the other ones that I thought of were not as good.
Yeah, no, I like that one. I like that one. Okay, yes, Tommen is Randall's assistant. And Tommen, Lee, I know you popped in a little bit late, but Tommen's already been talked to a couple of times now by the crew. Dahlia, who does feel a sense of guilt for unwittingly cursing him for a lifetime, has
Hey, a lifetime up to this
Forever.
point. Okay, listen.
has repeatedly committed to do everything within her power to try to aid him in reversing this, if it can be reversed. So that was part of the conversation that happened earlier. As we go back to the role play tonight, I do have one other announcement I wanted to make, and it's something I've been thinking about quite a bit. So we did. It's been a couple weeks now since we did our Throw Dice Like a Girl episode, and in the Throw Dice Like a Girl show, tremendous conversations took place, and I've gotten more feedback on that than any other LMA by far that we have done. Requests have been made for follow-ups, and we will do some follow-up stuff with those ladies. But also got really thinking on certain processes here, and I wanted to bring something up to the chatters, and I'll do this 2 or 3 times over the next month or so. Which is, I want to make the chatters aware that when we vote for Stream MVP, we really want you to vote for the individual you think had the best role play or the best game that day. Now that could be they double nat 20 critted the BBEG, or it could be they actually
My ears are burning.
Made up a whole song.
They made up a
Yeah.
whole song.
Not me.
It could be that they, flipped their way up to a second floor and didn't, and then slip back down. That was a pretty cool move if that had been pulled off. These are the things that you reward the great role play. The elephant in the room, I've noticed this for a long time. There is a really almost sure way to get yourself a frequent stream MVP, and that is to be a young female.
Yeah.
You're right. Come on, guys.
Ageism here. No.
Us old folks.
I really started noticing it. I mean, my daughter noticed it a couple years ago. Lexi has been on this stream a few times, and she would play the game, and she would wind up winning MVP, and she'd be sitting next to her brother and her mom, who had crushed it in the role play that day.
Did way better.
Did way better. She knew she hadn't done that great. And it is because she fit that aforementioned category that she wound up winning Stream MVP. So, look, I know that may even be intended as a compliment, but it's not really going to be received that way, because it goes back to Cameron's comment about the 3-dimensional being pushed down into 2 dimensions. What these players want to be recognized for is their extraordinary play at the table, their role play and their gaming, not whether they're young female. And so please just be aware of that. I'm never going to openly suspect any of you individually. I'm going on the statistics as a whole. The data is there. You look at it over the past few years consistently. That is where your stream MVPs are going to most likely go, irrespective of the role play. So I won't go through that long description of that at the end today, but I wanted to get that out of the way now. I'll just give you a reminder that when you do vote, and we do want you to vote, the players love it
Yes.
when they get your
Yeah.
votes.
Very fun.
Very nice.
The
Players
feedback.
love the votes.
John is using math on us. Yes, I am,
How long
Kurt.
can we keep that going?
Forever.
It's going to happen forever.
Forever.
Is
Elf is my favorite movie.
is anybody
so.
else having? No, I know it's not the only place, Robert.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, I think Mike's the only one. Jenny and Cade was the most
That's true.
common place
Because she kept offering rum to
where you saw that happen.
which, like,
exactly.
she didn't even give you once.
She never gave you alcohol.
And that just further underscores my point. As I said, smoking young women often are.
Hey, you two. Hey.
Are going to
Pull it together.
just be aware. Like when you vote, try
There's
to vote
kids
for the
in here.
person that you think tugged at your heartstrings in their role play, or made you laugh with their role play, or did something incredible in the game. That's definitely what you want to be voting for. So, okay, with that out of the way,
Not to derail things even further.
yes.
Mando made me aware that I think it was last session, Chris gave me a full heal and ability restore.
He
that
did.
does not get used. That gets turned into a potion is apparently what we're doing.
Correct.
Sort of potion.
It will be a full heal.
Oh, so I could just drink it and...
Yeah, you'll
You can
have.
just drank it.
Well,
whatever you need.
You don't have it currently. I will give it to you somewhere in role play in
Okay.
game.
Got it. Got it.
So it doesn't just drop.
Who's this?
Where's that coming from?
It happens sometimes.
What did you
Just roll
say?
with it.
Got it.
Got
Pulled out a
it.
really-
It's just an accent.
Oh.
Sometimes you just whip it out and it doesn't go as
Cockney on
planned.
us there. That was really
Got
interesting.
it. It's
Nope.
So
That's all we need.
yeah, we'll work it in game somehow
Maybe.
because it's not a video game.
Okay.
It doesn't drop from the sky.
Yeah,
but-
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Okay, now
Heal.
Now,
back to
sadness.
the poor old woman dying.
Okay.
All right.
Back in Blue Box.
Yeah.
Saddle lady.
She slumps back down. Even just that little bit of effort to sit up clearly took it out of her.
I'll fluff up her pillow.
You're such a dear. She pats you on the cheek. David, I can't be sure, but I don't think I have very long. There's something I want you to have. If you'll underneath my bed, there's a chest. Would you get that out for me, please?
Of course.
Meantime, you guys have cleaned the kitchen. You managed to get some, potable water. You boiled. Did you make her honeysuckle tea? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good for the throat.
But you have stepped out, so you've left him
Yes.
alone. So you guys have this ready, but you can kind of hear this moment is happening. Click, you pull an aged chest out, well-worn, wooden, and as you pop open the lid, you see it has sets of clothing. You see shirts, blue linen shirts, and leather like belt and pants and shoes. Those were my boys. They won't fit you. But if you could take them and I don't know, maybe see someone gets them that can use them. But there's something else. My late husband. Look in the bottom.
I'll begin.
And as you do, you see there's a dagger about that long in a brown leather sheath. It has a wrap on the hilt and a silver pommel. That was his. He said it was valuable, and well, I don't like the things much. Weapons, they normally get used in wrong ways, is my experience.
I agree. That's why I make things to protect people from them.
I know you do, David, and this is why I thought it would be good for you to have it. Please, take it.
Gretchen, you've already given me so much.
Well, it seems like my giving days are about over. What else does one do with the last moments of your life but spend them in good cause?
Gretchen, I don't know where we go after we die. but I hope you keep giving wherever you go. You're not done.
I wonder sometimes. Gods, are they real? I think they speak. But where will they carry us? Do you suppose the good deeds that done in our lives mean something?
I hope so.
It's a nice thought, isn't it?
If you want, Mila finds herself to be a holy person. She could potentially say a prayer over you.
That would be nice. I think I would like that. Doesn't hurt to be sure.
I agree. Why didn't you tell me?
You dear, you had so much on you already. You didn't need an old woman's burdens.
I could have brought you more food. Medicine.
It's part of the irony of...
You see a tear falls down her cheek.
The older you get, you find it doesn't matter the things you have, because you have no appetite or ability to enjoy them. You could pile all the ale and mead, all the meals, all the sweet treats. They would do me no good, David.
If only the nobles of the city thought like you did.
Don't judge them. They're born in their ways.
You're right. I'll fetch Mila. He'll pick up the whole chest and drag it outside of the room and close the door behind him and look at all of you.
Mila's teared up.
Yeah. I think all of Dolly's just like washing dishes
With her own
crying. Yeah.
We're all just quietly crying to her own thing.
Mila.
Yeah,
She would like a prayer.
of course.
I don't know what it is you pray to.
Well, I can ask to see if there's a specific god that she would like. If not, then I have one in mind, yes.
Thank you.
He will give you a hug.
Do you want to be in there for that?
Yes.
Let's go.
And I think I'd point to Daisy and kind of like at the cup, and then to the two of them, to if the tea's ready,
Oh,
to pass it along.
Thank you, Daisy. We'll go back in. This is Daisy. You'll just have to trust me on this.
Hello, dear.
well, hello, Lady Gretchen. How are you?
Oh, you have the most delightful voice.
Oh, well, thank you. Aren't you precious? I made you some sweet honeysuckle tea.
Have you, dear? I might be able to hold down some tea.
I'm hoping it can help your sore throat.
If wishes.
She kind of props herself up a little bit. You proffer her the tea.
Mila will also help her if she would like it.
She lets you. You feel like she's skin and bones. Or like so frail. You can feel just there's really no substance to her beneath her nightgown. She cups the honeysuckle tea to her lips, and oh,
It's hot. That's wonderful, dear. Where did you get that recipe?
Oh, I learned it in the mountains.
You did? Which mountains?
Oh, just mountains. You
Just
know,
big-
here and there.
She comes from the south.
Oh, I understand. I don't mean to pry. The tea really is quite good.
Oh, I know it's the best.
The tall one is Dahlia.
I think Dahlia's kind of like just standing in the doorway, like offering space, because I think she knows that like she's gonna fill up this room very quickly, and I think like sees this as a moment for like them, and not as though she feels as though she doesn't belong, but wants to offer space to
Right.
others in that moment. Just kind of nods from the doorway.
David will pick up on that and turn around and hand you the chest
Yeah. Kind of hold it.
and kneel down next to the bed. Mila's here to give you a prayer.
All right, dear. maybe a little bit extra. I don't know where I'm going, and is it all right to say that I'm scared?
Yes.
I don't suppose you should be frightened when you're my age, but it is still daunting.
It is. It is entirely understandable and really common to be afraid. That's okay. Is there a specific god that you worship, that you like?
I don't know which of them actually watch us, but I've always been fond of the All-Father, though I don't think he has time for us. It is he who spoke it all. Perhaps you could pray to him for me.
I shall.
She clutches the tea to her chest. Like, you can tell the warming effect that it has on her frail bones is comforting to her.
Mila will kneel next to David and kind of put a hand, one on him and one on her. And as she closes her eyes, she'll just kind of extend her thoughts, I suppose, out in ways that she has done many, many, many times before. And she'll say, "All Father, please watch over this magnificent lady. Make sure that she goes safely, nicely, and that she arrives just the same. And if not the All-Father, then may the Dawnholder hold on just as much."
As you say these words, you hear a catch in her throat.
What was that name you mentioned?
The Dawnholder?
I've never heard of him.
Um,
It's not a nice name, though. It sounds kind.
they are very kind. Would you mind if you told me how you were feeling, the ailments that you're having? I might be able to help ease the pain in some way.
Have you got a piece of paper and a pen?
Of course.
And she immediately gets a piece of paper and pen. It's on her readily.
She like holds up a staying hand with the other hand. Like,
I was joking, dear.
Oh.
The list is too long.
Yeah, Dahlia, like, kind of leaned up against the doorway, like, has her hand to her mouth and just, like, nods at Gretchen. It's just like, that's a good one.
My apologies, I didn't catch it.
It's all right, dear.
You're dealing with a quick lady.
Indeed.
It's understandable.
Just, it hurts to breathe. Hurts very badly with every breath. I would like it not to hurt.
I can do that. Did your joints hurt as well?
The ones I can feel.
God, I will probably.
David is crying horribly, and he will look over at you and hold a hand and motion towards the door.
I'll go get something together for
And
you.
he will follow.
okay, as you're walking out, you can feel Finley as very different than what he was giving you when you were talking to David. There's an affinity that he has for this woman. He's sort of giving you, in this sense that he gives a seal of approval when you meet people, or if he doesn't like someone, he lets you know pretty readily.
It's good I
Yeah,
didn't
he
get
does.
that.
And he is definitely has affinity toward Gretchen.
She'll kind of pat him and tell him that she's a good one.
She is a good lady. She has a smell that goes beyond the obvious. There is kindness.
I agree.
So you step out of the room. All right.
Is there something we can do to help her pass on? There is no medicine, is there, that we can give her to help her feel better?
To help her feel better, there very well might be, but she is going through the stages of death. age happens to all of us, and sadly, there's no way to stop that beyond incredible means of
She's
magic.
suffering in her own bed.
I can help her not. There are things that I can do. There's things that I've learned. I might need to make a stop at Fauna's.
How temporary is that?
I can come and visit ever so often. Make sure it stays comfortable.
I appreciate that, Mila, but I think she's a bit too far gone.
One is never too far gone for comfort.
There is comfort in death.
There is. And I'm not prolonging it. I don't think anyone has the ability to do that, but I can make it comfortable, and that's...
Perhaps if she is willing, we can welcome it. If you catch my meaning.
Do I hear this?
If
Yeah.
that's what she wants, it would have to be her decision.
Of course. Yes. I don't know how to ask that question.
I can handle it. Do you want me to ask that now, or would you rather it wait until after I have some things together?
Let's find some things.
Okay.
Did you say your name was Daisy?
Yes.
Isn't it silly? I've lived all these years. I've never been out of Altamira, and I've never seen mountains. I see only the backdrop, but to stand on a peak, have you done? Have you
Oh,
done this?
yes. It's beautiful.
What's it like? She's an old woman. She's never stood on a mountaintop. You told her she's curious.
Putting me on the spot here. Well, you climb to the very top. And as you climb, you know, you gotta have strong legs. So each step gets harder and harder, and harder and harder. But once you get to the top, it's like a breath of fresh air. And then you can see all the land from either side. And all the flowers and all the people look like little ants that you could smash with your little feet.
I was waiting for it to become a Daisy thing.
Got it.
Found it. You found it.
Yeah. We knew it was going to be there somewhere. She, as you described this,
You say you climb and the steps get harder. But then when you get to the top, you see clearly.
Oh, yes. And the sun is so bright and shiny. The air is just so crisp and clean.
We're not talking about a mountain anymore, are we?
Huh?
I love it.
She definitely is.
I know.
Yeah.
I
I think Dahlia's still kind of leaning in the door, like gives like a kind of like wry grin to like the two of them as they're interacting, and is just like nodding kind of quietly.
Excuse me. David, I overheard what you were saying. Could we not take her to the top of the mountain and let her go?
I don't think she has enough time.
We could carry her.
The mountains are a bit a ways.
Oh, they are. But a mount, is there a hill around?
That is a lovely idea. I don't think she's going to be very easy to move. All of her limbs hurt.
Well, it was an idea.
It is an idea.
Nothing better than resting peacefully on the mountain.
I think wherever you go, you'll get to see it there.
I think you might be right. I'm rather tired now. I think I'd like to maybe sleep. Would that be all right? Would you think me rude?
No, not at all. Would there be a good time to come back once I have some things collected to help?
Don't trouble yourself, dear. Your prayer is all the help I needed.
It is no trouble at all.
Will you?
She leans over, kind of conspiratorially.
Chip shall lean in.
Please, watch out for David. He means well, but he gets himself into trouble that's too big for him. He needs good friends.
Yes.
He's got a good heart. Even, well, he has a good heart.
He does. I will watch over him as much as I can.
You say that, and she kind of leans back. You can see that she takes solace in this commitment to help protect someone who's clearly come to mean something. It's no secret that this is a sort of a surrogate son for this woman who's lost her child at a young age and never let go of that difficult memory. And as she conveys this to you, she kind of slumps back, looks terribly small, and as her head kind of falls back, her eyes close quickly.
John, Mila, I'm sure I know that Mila has helped older people with the sisters and has seen people that have been very close to death. Is this she's gonna go within the next week, few days, few hours?
Let's make a heal check.
Okay.
We've got advantages.
You know what? I'm gonna use it. I will use it. I really want to know
We
this.
have a lot of people in chat who work in palliative care for some reason.
I think
Props
we
to
do.
you.
Yeah.
Hey,
If Vivi was here, she also used to work in that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are the
Big,
best.
big
My mom
props.
used to work in that
And
as well.
when this is like, as a DM, when you throw out a character story arc and then you have no idea where that's going, and then you find yourself in a situation where you're like, oh wow, wow. What's your roll?
21.
21.
Yes.
She stands upon the door. It's as though you've seen this before, because you have, with the sisters, you had that time of care. Or the stalwart brotherhood. You had the time of care. You saw people, and oftentimes they would wait for something. Hold out for seeing a loved one, seeing an important resolution of something in their life, and that was the thing which tethered them to the mortal form. And you very much have that sense with her now that she probably should have been gone a day or two ago, but she's been waiting for David.
Okay.
I think as Dahlia kind of like leaves the door frame, just kind of like leans down and whispers, and I think this is one of the rare moments where her face kind of almost seems to revert back to that softness that she had in her youth, and I think just kind of whispers, enjoy the mountains. They'll be waiting for you. You'll have all the energy you need for them. And then we'll just kind of take our leave.
Okay.
David is holding her hand, and he's holding it to feel a pulse, I think. Until Mila gets up to go grab whatever tools she needs, he's going to stay there.
I think Mila's gonna take a minute and hold the necklace and just kind of to herself and not to anybody else. Please watch over her. Please see her to safety. She's kind. She's very good. She deserves comfort and happiness. I know that you can give that, so please do.
All right. As you do this, as you whisper to her of the mountains, what's Daisy Bell doing? You gonna do anything else, or stay in the room? Do you leave the room, or?
I'll stay there.
Okay. As you hold her hand, you feel that thready pulse getting more and more gentle. And then there's a moment where it skips a beat, and you think, then it picks up again, and then slowly it just threads away. And you can feel the hand just go slack in your hand, and there's a gentle exhalation of breath as she passes.
Thank you all for being here.
Of course. We're here for you.
She's with her son.
Would you like a minute?
No, I've made my peace. We do need to bury her
Yes.
next to her son.
Do we think that maybe like Fauna might have some knowledge in this sort of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be who I would recommend us to go to.
I think Fauna would like to know as well.
Yeah. I think Dahlia would kind of like look to Daisy and look to you two and, you know, say, if it's acceptable, Daisy and I could go and get Aihrde, get Fauna.
Yeah.
We go together.
Not splitting.
No, together.
Okay, then I think for sake of the game, what I'd like to do, if you guys are okay with this, is take this, let's move this to text-based Discord chat.
Beautiful.
That way we can let Aihrde and Fauna and others get involved in it. And so we're going to assume that you're doing that. I don't want you as players to feel any sense of obligation to, do any further with this situation here. You'll do that in chat. Now we can move the story along to, whatever else it is that you're going to do with the remainder of your day or evening.
So this was morning-ish.
Yeah.
No, because it was morning. You started out early. You went to Rashid's shop. You went to Pence for Pages, and
This
you've been
probably
here
our
with her. Yeah,
afternoon.
so it's like right around noon.
Okay. So after whatever happens, that might even wait to happen until later or even the next day, we hand her off to Aihrde and to Fauna.
Okay.
We should go and find Juan Carlos.
Are you sure you want to do that today?
Yes, I need to get my mind moving again.
Okay.
This city doesn't stop, so I don't either.
That's fair.
So there's 2 locations I believe he could be. The Low Quarter Barracks or in his office at the Noble Quarter Barracks.
I wonder which would be easier to check.
The Low Quarter Barracks.
Exactly. Let's go.
I think as we walk, Dahlia would just kind of inquire, what do we want to tell him? What do we want to know?
This is something I've been considering. It's interesting. We have multiple lines that we can go down. I would like to learn if he knows who Darbo Malin is.
Mm-hmm.
And if he knows where he perhaps meets.
Or anything about Granger.
Or perhaps anything about Granger. But I know that you're interested in learning about what he knows of Von Poppen activity as of late. I'm interested to see what he is doing in the Low Quarter and what his interest is with it is.
I think, I imagine one of us probably has the
Grab
bag
the
of
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah.
And yes, I think we need to explain the situation.
Which first?
What's the easiest to talk about?
Huh.
None of it.
I could start with general interest about why he's in the Low Quarter. We could then wrap that around to Von Poppen activity in the Noble Quarter.
And are we telling... Because, I'm sure if we approach, they'll be like, what's your business? And are we saying we have information for Juan Carlos? We'd like to meet Juan Carlos?
I'm well known around the area.
Yes.
I can go up, and hopefully my name is enough to get us at least a meeting.
Perfect.
That's
plan A.
Yes.
Plan B is wing it.
So you would know that Juan Carlos would not be at the guard barracks in the Low Quarter.
Oh, he
Yeah.
wouldn't? We have to go to the Noble Quarter one?
I mean, if you're hoping to find him, that's where
Yeah.
you're going to
Okay,
Okay.
then that's where we would have it.
Cloaks up.
Are we going in the sewers? Yay!
Can you get into the noble district with
We
your
did.
face?
Oh, with my face?
With your face?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the day. We can all just walk through the gates. They're not
Yeah.
that worried about it.
We're
It's at
like,
night when they
it's
get-
we're not
at
covered
night
in
when they're
blood
worried
and
about
grubby
it?
children
What's that?
anymore.
It's
Yeah.
only at night when they're worried about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also not kids.
Oh,
we're
gosh
full-grown
darn it.
adults.
Yeah, we're
That's
Yeah.
fair.
No,
Yeah.
we can
And we
just
all
walk.
look like well counted.
Yeah, you're like respectable
Covered in
looking.
soot.
Yeah.
Blood.
I've been blessed with beauty, so I can just walk everywhere I want to.
You like
You do have a reputation for being pretty.
Yep.
She
would you
does.
like a disguise of some sort?
Why?
Your history,
Hey.
your past, people.
Nobody knows who I am.
How much do you? I hope this isn't an uncomfortable question. How much of your family features do you wear
Oh, that's a good
on your
question.
face?
Do you look like your mother?
I imagine with hair like that, somebody in the family has to have something similar.
This
right?
is pretty wild hair.
I could fix that.
I could probably help.
I can fix that.
I don't know if I like that.
I've learned to take certain makeups and contour different features on your face than what it looks like out there.
Beauty guru, David.
Contour. What's all these words? Contour.
You work with light.
Well, I am full of light.
Which is more the reason we should do this.
I'm asking if you want me to disguise you mildly.
That might be a good idea. Maybe add a beauty mole.
Can I guide and or give assistance and or there's not like a help action.
No, not really.
I can guide you for sure. Take
yeah,
a
you can-
guidance.
Which gives me a +1.
Plus one.
Great. All right, well, I'll pull you into an alleyway, sit you down, pull out this kit of powders and creams, and there's also
Sound like a traveling Avon lady.
there's also some bits of clay that you see, and some jars that have some deeper colored dyes, maybe for hair or something similar.
Would it?
And just a full fake mustache.
Yes, I take it and I put it on my face
It doesn't
immediately.
stick; it just falls.
I can. I keep
looks
picking
really
it. I keep picking it up and
Wait, hold it.
Stop doing this.
no. I think I just push you away.
It took me a while to
I'll
put
do a
that
little
together.
drawing of Dahlia with a mustache.
It took me a while to put that together.
Okay, sorry.
All right,
It's
sit very still,
rather James
and I'll
Charles.
start applying makeups.
It's a good mustache.
So, disguise check.
Yes.
Do I want to use some pluses?
We are going directly into the cards.
I will use 1.
Okay.
25.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, you know good work when you see it. You're quite confident.
Even out the cheekbones.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like there has been.
Maybe plump up the lips a little. Yeah. Lengthen the eyebrows to the side. You know, just making her a little different looking, so that if someone were
Yeah.
to pass by, they wouldn't see Beauregard.
Oh, don't forget
features
the beauty
if they
mark.
happen to be looking for, and then a pop. right
there
on
we
one side.
go. There we go.
Yeah, in a few minutes you kind of step back, you admire your work, and I mean, you don't know if anyone would
Yeah.
recognize her as a Beauregard, but you know she looks slightly different than she did before.
Yes.
And I'll wear my
What do you
hood.
have there?
Which is also a good
It was it's a drawing of Dahlia with a mustache.
Be
Yeah,
like
show
a
the group.
drawing of Dahlia with a mustache.
It's really good.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So the audience, I
It's
don't know if
really
you can
good.
see it at all, but it's there.
We'll post it in the chat
And
after.
Dahlia, you have your hood up. That's a good idea.
I'll put it in
Yeah.
fan art.
I think
Yeah,
you would now. Those guards that recognized us as kids, they're not going to recognize me as an adult,
there was
right?
also that one guard that
Right.
recognized you as a kid.
Well, she looks so different now.
Well, very different. Yeah, I guess.
Golden eyes.
That's a good point.
I mean,
Maybe you all
will
three go hood
recognize
up.
me. I mean, that's always the plan.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll go in and say I'm here with my bodyguards.
Yeah.
Done.
Ooh,
I
I'm a
am wearing
bodyguard
full
now.
armor.
We all stand behind you. Just
I'll ready my mace.
Clicks angels
I
once
walk
again.
with a suave confidence. I have these hooded women behind me who are all taller than me.
yeah, significantly,
Significantly taller, larger.
One inch.
yeah.
She's only 1 inch.
so. Yeah.
One inch
With the
tall.
hoodies.
Yep.
Anyways, yes, we make our way to the noble quarter, and we make our way to the guard barracks.
Okay, yeah, so you have no issue getting through the noble quarter.
Has it changed a lot since we've been here as kids?
I mean, not as much as you might expect. You know, your memory of this place is probably the keenest among them, Dahlia, because you would carry wares for your mother. into this area, and you see some of the what's that?
TBT.
Yeah.
Remember those days when I had a cool mom?
But as you know, as you look
me
around, this obviously the stone structures are the same. There's been occasionally here there'll be a wooden structure that's been erected or gone, but by and large the city looks much the same as it did 7 years ago.
Okay.
Shoot, what's the year? I got this.
It's 2034.
I
Yes.
believe
These are
that's correct.
David
I believe that's what I put in the
Stevens. That's what Kurt
Discord.
said.
David
There we go.
Stevens. Clicks Angels and David Stevens.
I think 2034 is correct.
2034 is correct because it was 2027 when we were kids.
Yep. So yeah, Dahlia, circa 2034.
Are you putting it in the chat?
I did.
Yeah.
Go check
Perfect.
Is it the memes?
It's
Or
fan art. It's
Fan
fan
art?
art.
Yeah. Yeah, it is fan art.
I guess it is.
All right, I will walk right up to the front gate.
All right, you recognize this.
Demons.
You know, it's been a few years since you were here, but as you walk up to the gate,
I walk up to the sign that I once had to have Salmon help me get up to, and I just kind of like,
Give it a smack.
yeah. Like, I think just impulse, like, phew.
the two guards standing by the gate kind of look over at you. Well, what are you doing there?
Just admiring that handicraft.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
No, it's cold.
Well, you make the best of what you can.
What can I do for you?
I am here for a meeting with Juan Carlos. It's a bit impromptu, but I'm hoping to get in.
What business have you with the commander?
Juan Carlos has business in the low quarter, as I've heard from criers, and I have some information I would like to impart with him.
Have you scheduled with him?
Unfortunately, I have not had the time, but I'm hoping he has some free today.
One does not simply meet with with one car. You must have the schedule. You must in advance.
He will want to hear what I have to say, I assure you.
That's what everyone says. Please roll diplomacy.
I will roll.
Enhanced
Do
diplomacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gives me
All right.
Plus 2.
2, and then I'm going to use an advantage.
Heck yeah.
Because we gotta get in here.
Let me in, let me in.
New Boromir meme. One does not.
I know, right?
That's exactly what I was going for, Rob. Yeah.
Okay.
+2.
A 21.
Woo.
Okay. All right. Then, for sake of time, because I can't have the entire stream just be
Us trying to get into the
shopping and palliative care and so we're gonna have
just got a bunch of pluses.
you get inside
From Lee.
and once you're
See how many.
I think 2.
once you're in, you go past the same. You've seen these tables before. For you, this brings back a rush of familiarity.
Using your little crossbow for
You
the
walk.
first
You
time.
walk past. The training yard is not being used right now, but you can sort of see
Do they
where
have
you
pumpkins still?
shot the. There are no pumpkins out there now. Way out of season for them.
course.
But you recall all that you
Maybe
did
like
there.
a winter melon or something.
And so as you
R.I.P.
head,
Daisy.
Really uncomfortable.
you come to the stairs that Daisy Bell, then Duke threw himself down.
It was
That was
Mila
me.
that threw
I
it.
was
that was you.
suggested.
Yeah.
It was Daisy's idea.
We just hung out on the
That's right, yeah.
stairs.
Mila looks very uncomfortable.
I think as we get close to the stairs, if that's where the office
Yes,
is, where we're heading, I'd be like, you want a hand? Yeah, I'd give you like a good pat on the back.
She
So-
does give a little laugh though.
Yeah.
So you walk, you go past that same desk where you had snuck at one point previously. You don't recognize any of the guards.
Yes. Good.
You're walked up to it, and you're introduced. You do feel a sense of nervousness as
met
you
him
come
before.
to this door.
No, I'm
And you're
sweating.
quite familiar with this. And as the guard that escorted you up here knocks, you hear a voice from inside. Yes, what is it? There's a man here, Sir Commander. He claims he has some information of importance.
It's
on recent
David
events."
Preston.
Is it? Huh, show him in.
All right.
So
My reputation.
The guard, the guard looks a little bit surprised because he clearly did not know David Preston, but obviously Juan Carlos.
I
does.
give him a wry little smirk and sweep.
Yeah, I think Dolly kind of like raises her eyebrows and is like,
Mila gives a smile.
He opens
I look
the
at
door, and
everyone,
withering glances from
everyone
three
gives their
very
little
pretty
moment.
women. Just,
One by one,
yeah,
we're like,
give him the look. Yeah.
This guard's ego is slowly getting chipped away.
bye.
He's just like, what's even my job? All right.
You walk in, you see Juan Carlos is a man of medium skin tone with graying hair, short cropped. He's got a breastplate with the sigil of the city of Altamira on it. He wears a cape over his shoulders,
Kind of hot.
and he's got a
All right.
pen in one hand and some sheaves of paper in front of him. And
color is the
what's that?
What color?
It's green.
green.
Nice. Good luck.
And so as you come walking in, his green cape, he's got the yellow symbol of the free city of Altamira on it, and he looks up from his desk. Ah, well, if it is David, and who are these?
Take down the
Bodyguards.
hood. Yeah, I'll take down the hood and kind of like throw back the cloak a little bit, and like, are there chairs?
Yeah, there's chairs.
I'll take it.
He's seated behind a large mahogany desk. There's a window to his right, a door behind him, and you can see stacks of what would look like cabinets for filing of papers and whatnot.
Never
right
seen
beneath
those
the
before.
window. Yeah.
Never seen
Never.
them.
My eyes
Totally
dart to
new.
one specific
Yeah.
drawer as I enter.
You're just sweating. Yeah, I'll sit down and kind of like.
You walk in and sit first.
Yeah. I sit off to the side, like kind of making room, but like looking large, and just kind of like lean over and just.
A soft sigh comes from the back of the room
Yeah.
as I walk forward and also pull up a seat and sit down.
Mila keeps her stuff up. She's on the back. She's just listening. That's all she's there to do.
Apologies, we don't wish to interrupt your busy day.
It's all right. Your exploits are well known. You seem to be a good influence in the Low Quarter, which we appreciate. And it's always nice to have handsome women in my office. So thank you for bringing such delightful guests.
It's an honor to meet you. It sounds like you care a lot about this entire city.
I do make it my business. Yes, it's not easy. Probably a younger man's work, but
Somebody's
I get by.
got to do it.
So what can...
David gives a smile to him when he says a younger man's work. Perhaps that's something we can aid you with. I heard a crier telling a story that you are working in the Low Quarter. Tell me about that.
Well, we've seen, as you know, increased numbers of disappearances. Some claim this old Tom Sorrow fantasy. Others believe rival gangs. Some think flesh peddlers. But even recently, docks burned down. There's just been an increase in the amount of violence in the Low Quarter, and I'm taking an extra interest in it.
I'm happy you are. It's about time that we've had some serious looking into what's going on.
Well, the Blue Bloods, they only get concerned when they think it potentially is going to spill over. And as long as the deaths in the Low Quarter stay quiet, they're not too concerning. But if they get noisy, well, then they want me to look into it.
So you are being sent.
Don't prefer that word, but it's my job, yes.
Well, I can appreciate that. I hope that you have some real stake in this. Altamira is one city, split in three, but all the same.
He kind of sits back, leans in his chair, and he gives you a steely-eyed glare.
How old are you, boy?
I find myself at 18 winters.
18 winters. I've been serving this city longer than you've been alive. Longer even than you were a gleam in your father's eye. Longer, probably, than your mother even was alive. I don't like being told how to care for the people of my city.
I am
So
making
bye.
no doubts about your abilities. merely your
No,
intentions.
yeah, not my abilities. You're questioning my good intent toward the people of the city.
I question everyone's good intent.
Well,
Even ours.
it seems I've perhaps misjudged having this discussion today. So
I apologize. We have very useful information. I'm not coming for a one-sided conversation.
Go ahead and do a persuasion check. He did not like
How long does that last?
what you
I don't
just
think
did.
he's going to let you cast a spell.
Oh, Mr. Wonkala, sir. We come in good faith and good standing. We are only concerned with the people of the low quarter of Altamira, and that's what we're coming to talk to you about.
It's on a diplomacy.
But I understand your blue bud comment. They could be so uppity and only care about themselves.
You got to watch out for those
And it's
blue
still
folks. So he looks over at you. He says,
you don't have the speech or the mannerisms of the low quarter. Candidly, none of you do. What is your interest there?
Just helping people who need help.
Sometimes a home grows. Maybe you weren't born into it, but the roots grow up strong. You find yourself caring for something that maybe you weren't initially ready to care for.
You're an interesting lot.
I rolled a 27.
Eat that.
She says under her breath, just kind of like hyping herself up.
yeah, he seems to be. There's something about Daisy Bell's mannerisms with him, her speech, her accent, that kind of put him a little bit at ease. And then when you say you have, information of value, you see that tense look on his face dissipates, and he looks back over at you. Oh, what is it you came here to tell me then?
I apologize. We did not mean to come in and disarm you. I'm certain you heard about what happened in the dock districts a couple of nights ago.
The horrible fire.
Yes. I'm imparting a certain amount of trust into you. And I hope that can be going both ways.
With the docs, they mentioned that bodies of children were found in that fire, too. Okay, good.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure that was
Yes,
common
they
knowledge.
did. Mhm.
You were looking into disappearances and are questioning where they're mostly coming from. I do not doubt that there is a good mix. But those 9 children, I would have said 9. I don't think I would have said 10.
I think you would have done what you just did. That would be very.
No, you know what? I actually would have.
Yeah, it would be
Those 9 bodies that were found. There was something written on the wall in there.
How would you know that? And why did you say 10?
He kind of.
We managed to save one. They did. And he points to Daisy and Dahlia.
Because that's what we do.
He looks very suspicious now. Your rolls are good, but this now you've just implicated yourself as being at a crime scene.
Oh, no.
Having information that is not publicly available. So you can see he is clearly on edge.
Well, and they would have only found 8 bodies at
9
the scene,
bodies.
right? Because Jonas
one
took his
was
sister.
taken,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
one was
Correct.
alive.
I was approached by an alchemist by the name of Jonas Ironwood the day before. He said that his sister had been taken and that he was hoping that I would be able to help. I have connections amidst the low quarter, so I decided to help, as I am wont to do. These fine women happened to be with me at the time and were willing to aid. We did some looking around, went to his house where she was taken, and all signs pointed to 2 apprentices of Eric the taxidermist. Sorry, that word was not coming.
Stuffer.
The stuffer.
Stuffer.
Eric. Not
Strange fella.
it could be worth looking into Eric's businesses. But these 2 apprentices had taken these children, and evidently, according to them, had met a nasty demise themselves.
So let's just pretend that what you're saying is true for sake of argument. What was written on the wall?
You found more than 8 bodies in that room, didn't you? One was in a different location than the others. One was a little bigger. Right?
Yes?
Missing a head.
His name was Liam.
You
was
write
written on
something
the walls.
down?
I don't know if you need these, but I got it here.
I have.
George
You
was the one that's missing,
Oh,
and this is the note.
it
Were you
was
say
written.
I think I was just gonna say, yeah, never mind. It'll come up later.
Okay.
But
Continue.
1 in 10, I give you. Whoever this is wanted to send a message.
He leans forward. What did you say?
But 1 in 10. Is there a look of recognition
I want to
going across his
insight.
face?
Yeah.
I want to insight so badly.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll.
Please.
I will also-
I want to.
Gosh
That's
darn
That's a
it.
16 plus 2.
12.
Yeah, so
5.
clearly recognition. And Dahlia, you can tell, like this has upset him, and he's
he
connecting
afraid?
with something. Not fear. You don't sense fear, but high alertness.
I think just a quiet. That kind of his reaction.
But it was written in blood.
And what were you doing there?
They were hoping to recover the girl, Jonas's sister.
And did she survive?
No.
But you said one did.
Sammy, a boy on the docks. He has been returned to his family safely.
He's a good kid.
Can I have insight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do I add to that?
Wisdom.
It's your wisdom.
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Ah, why did I just?
Yeah, I think Dahlia would just kind of like, as he goes to jot something
Oh,
down,
I
just
have
say,
horrible wisdom, y'all.
Welcome to the gang.
trust you
14.
fully to be gentle with him, but I think he's still quite scared.
We
So-
asked him some questions ourselves. He said that he was out the docks working with his father when he was taken. He went to go get something and.
What's
he
his
was over
father's
the head.
name?
Tarek?
Talik.
Talek.
Let's just
The
say
mother was
he's
more
a little
agreeable.
hurting in sensitive places.
He said that he saw a dark
His heart.
figure.
He's a little
Sorry.
sore. He's a little
Excuse me?
sore in
His
sensitive
heart,
places.
yeah,
yeah,
sore heart,
very
probably.
sore. Very sore.
You cannot help yourself.
I had 14.
Was that
14.
On the Sammy thing.
Yeah. So he clearly doesn't recognize these names, but he jots them down.
Yeah.
Do I trust him
With Sammy?
with any of this?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you would, and you know, even from your upbringing here, that he's been in this role for quite some time and was generally held in a degree of respect.
And he was on your parents' side, but
He
was kind of sabotaged
specifically
against.
Not one of the ones that got paid off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sammy also mentioned the fact that he saw a dark figure,
Robed.
a robe.
I'm not sure if you've heard any rumor of that going around, but
He said that that's who did it to the kids.
Not likely. Children's tales. These are no doubt just men,
What?
hateful men, but
men sending horrible messages. Do you know what happens in the sewers to children that are found, bodies that float? They live again.
Oh, don't laugh, sir. Don't laugh until you have encountered one.
They don't tell lies.
I don't have time for these tales.
Oh,
Serious.
are you calling me a liar, sir?
No, excuse me, ma'am.
She's very tender-hearted.
He kind of looks at you for a moment.
Can I insight? the
Uh-huh.
look?
I think
have to.
I think Dahlia
Well,
would kind of
it's-
like
Does
look.
he know or does he have an idea?
Juan Carlos, I don't mean to
70.
impose any bit of my own history on you, but the world outside, just right outside on the fringes, is strange and odd, and things that I thought were fiction are fact and have been fact for me over the years. And that doesn't speak to everyone. May not be true to you, but perhaps it's a problem with multiple heads, not just one.
He kind of looks at you and he leans back again and says, Dahlia, was it?
Yes, sir.
I have no doubt that the first time you lay eyes on an orc, it's concerning. And I know there are creatures that don't like us, but my experience is the worst creatures are men.
Agreed.
And
And there is a person doing this.
on this we agree. Mystery figures floating in dark cloaks, raising children from the dead. No, on this we don't. But the 1 in 10. There were, last year, 10 ships sunk. River barges pulled aside off of the Noble Quarter docks. 9 were sent to the bottom of the river. 1 had been pulled to the bank and scrawled in the bottom of it. It said, 1 in 10 I give you. We didn't know what to make of it. But what you've described, there would only be 2 men on my staff that would know. Those words were spoken there.
They were at the scene. Would you mind if we had a conversation? I find myself inexplicably linked to these events.
I'm going to need to understand more. I am not in the habit of sharing my investigations and the work of my team.
Understandable.
I know, as I said, you have some small, well-deserved reputation in the low quarter, but you are not a member of the Guard, and frankly, I have no reason to trust any of you.
I'm well aware that trust is earned, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to earn that from you.
We come with earnest intentions. We would not be here if we didn't think that you could assist in some way, that this information could help in some way. These people.
I know it may not seem it by looking at us, but I think like can recognize like. We heard of your intent in the low quarter, and I think something sparked in us.
I'm going to need to speak with this Talik.
You might also want to talk to the mother.
Ali.
She is a bit gentler, maybe. It's a good word for it.
All right.
Just my humble opinion.
One, I tend to agree with you. I don't think that this is being perpetrated by a
You
single
may
person.
call me Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos. I do not believe a single person is doing this. I do believe a single person is behind it. An intention.
Well, why do you want to speak to my men?
You made it seem interesting that they would have more information of what happened at the docks.
No, they saw what I described to you.
Of the ships, yeah.
They wouldn't know more than
Okay.
what I have shared.
All right.
How long ago was this again?
A year.
A year.
A year.
Have you heard of
And-
any other similar events?
Yes.
Also,
You
was it
kinda hear
right
me.
around exactly a year?
Okay.
I'd have to pull the records.
Working my way up to it.
Cool,
It
cool,
was-
cool, cool.
It was early in Electlight, I think. Maybe just a bit more than a year.
No more events that you've heard of. The number
When you ask, it's like you can tell there's something that's sort of tickling at the back of his mind.
I said earlier, inexplicably linked. 7 years ago, I found myself a child amidst the low quarter.
Mila will put a hand on
And
his
there
shoulder.
were 9 dead birds, 1 chained to a fence. I give you 1 in 10. Seemed a message written for me.
7 years ago.
7. You said you've been here a while.
Yeah. Sometimes I've seen in my line of work, it's like a sign that a merchant hangs outside of his place of business to identify the quality of his work. These men who are depraved, they like a signature of some kind,
A calling card.
a way to identify them.
Maybe it is that is their weakness.
Earlier, I rolled insight to see his
Yes.
look on Daisy. I
Oh
rolled
yeah,
an
would
18.
an 18. It was that look of do I know this person? Like but then quickly dismissed. Like a
So it was dismissed. Okay, good.
yeah, like it was like a
Love to see.
and it was when she laughed. It was the way she laughed. That it was that the when she called out that laugh, you could see there was like this moment of like familiarity. But
Oh, that's
just as
really
quickly
sad.
passed.
That's really sad.
Oh, David, do we want to bring up Granger?
I think we can get to that.
Oh, I
But-
didn't know. See how I'm asking before? I'm sorry.
It's very good.
Gross.
These
That is gross.
we have
Still
this
right in front of
I know, we have
Lockhart,
this I try and quickly dismiss it to get back to the
and we all are like, "That's very good. We're very proud of you."
these villains. This one villain who has henchmen that obviously he doesn't care much for. We play to his ego. He puts out a calling card. He wants to be known. She, they, whoever this is. If you could look back in your records and find the number 10, the number 9 showing up, that could perhaps be helpful.
I tried doing some research myself, but I didn't come up with anything.
Perhaps there's a specific date they like.
Yeah,
Or even if, I think Dahlia would then kind of tie back to that inquiry of like a place that keeps crier records.
Right.
So that way we could maybe get a more specific
Sure.
location. I don't expect you to have that
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, but like that way we could actually head there in the
Right.
future.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the day after.
No, he and I definitely will. So he looks at you, and he takes your suggestion. He writes it down. He says, that actually is precisely what I will do. But I make you no promise that I will share what I find.
I'm just glad you're doing it. Like I said, we came here with information to be helpful.
Well, perhaps you have been.
I'm hoping we have.
My men will see you out.
Can I ask a small favor before we leave?
Now we come to it.
We've,
This one.
It's tiny.
We've come with information, been helpful. We have been wronged recently, one of us.
I wave and then I kind of like turn my head to show probably still some bruising, scarring.
If you would like.
that's there.
Some dirty vomits.
Robbings are not uncommon in the low quarter.
Hang on one second. I can
Sure.
see audio is delayed on the top cam. I can fix that. I don't know how long that's been that way. I'm sorry if that's been that way for a
They're
while.
just looking at my mouth.
Yeah, let me
Hello.
Hello.
deactivate.
I'm good.
And what?
And you?
Deactivate.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. That should. If there was any audio delay up there, that should fix it. So you were saying?
Robbings aren't uncommon in the low quarter.
Right.
Sometimes they are a bit uncommon in their specificity and in their cruelty. I was taken the other night. Maybe you've heard about this, of sightings of a large woman tied up and left in pig slop.
Oh, that was you.
I clean
Terribly
up
sorry.
pretty nice.
Yeah, you do.
But
Terribly sorry.
it's okay. I just want my things back, and we believe that we might have a name, somebody, and we were wondering if you might know anything about. And you know, rumors are as rumors are, so perhaps we're barking up a wrong tree. But do the names Dober Malin or Granger ring any sort of a bell to you?
Daba Malin certainly does. He's the kind of scum we tolerate.
I don't tolerate him.
You seem to have a more genteel manner about you.
Mila laughs.
Notice he didn't say gentle. He said genteel.
Yes.
Meaning like he can still see that she has a bit of that aristocracy in her mannerisms. And yeah, Grubby, I don't know what would have happened. Maybe you accidentally unfollowed, but sorry if nothing would have done that to you on purpose. So thank you for refollowing.
You're welcome back.
Welcome back.
So he looks over at you and he says, men like that, they provide a commodity that keeps,
Well, shouldn't you cut off? Where?
it keeps the people quiet, if you take my meaning. You take away their drink, you take away their dust, you take away their tar, and they become restless. These are oftentimes unpleasant, but necessary means of governance.
You mean control? Are you for this or against this?
What did I say
think-
earlier? It's my job.
Excuse me, sir. I might look, like the type that might not know things, if you think you that way about me. But are you talking that you don't get rid of this stuff on purpose?
First of all, I don't answer.
I think I'm asking too many questions.
I don't answer to you.
Oh, I'm not meaning you to answer to me.
But
I'm just
second-
meaning. I'm baffled.
You have fires that you can control, and you allow them to burn so that you don't have uncontrolled fires.
So you're saying that
This is the
Daba
second
is
time you've gotten this metaphor in the past two sessions.
So this Daba is sort of your fire man.
No.
He's not mine, no. But when they follow certain rules, they're better than the ones who don't follow certain rules.
I can imagine that if you were to stomp him out or put him away, that another would come up in his spot in 2
One-
seconds, perhaps worse.
One worse, and one who won't play by certain rules. You've noticed we have a thieves guild here in Altamira, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
And now we even have, the guild of gentle supplication, as they call themselves, and almost got themselves wiped out. And Globus, the one-handed, is, he is just this same manner of ilk creatures
Oh, yes.
that follow certain rules, so we allow them to clean, in some cases, the underbelly of the city. They
guessing-
have.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing this doesn't really need an insight to detect how he feels about the Gogs and the Thieves Guild.
Go ahead. Roll on that. Thank you, everybody. I want to say the mods today have been absolutely outstanding.
I will say,
Go ahead.
while he's talking about
Yes.
the low quarter and keeping them quiet and peaceful,
Yes.
David does not look happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How he is talking
Oh,
about
no.
them as just almost
Yeah.
like animals.
I think you would see that Dahlia has like a bit of tension, like right here, that's kind of
So-
building.
But it does
like,
relieve when
but
he
it-
talks
yeah.
about a a good evil.
Yeah.
Sitting in place of an evil.
Yeah, it's
evil.
like a it's a pragmatic, which should be,
and that is common ground that we
Yeah.
find.
I didn't intend that we would hit like every social trope possible
know, right?
on Blue
Yeah,
Box
yeah.
Live,
The
and so
episode.
it's like, yeah.
So, sir, Mr. Juan Carlos. So, Daba isn't Granger. Oh, he needs to. He just needs. But
Who is this Granger?
aren't they?
We
Are
don't-
they part of? Is this keeping quiet? Do the noble people take this, or do only it peddle to the low quarter?
The nobles.
Who are you trying to keep quiet and control?
Different vices keep different people quiet.
Oh, so what's the vice of the nobles?
Much more commonly, it's the vice of intrigue, of house espionage,
That's
a healthy dose of pearl
It's my
dust,
favorite.
expensive bourbons and brandies that would cost a man in the low
What's
quarter
their
a
weakness?
year's wages. Are you asking me an entire population's weaknesses?
No, but you know.
I think that might be subjective.
Why are you asking?
So
Agreed with
I
that bias.
these again were just names that we heard and
Buying expendable
listening in the low quarter. People talk all the time down there, and I just
We'll talk.
I had a journal.
That Mila looks like
I had some things from my home that were taken, and I just want them back.
Exactly.
If you happen to know anything about Dalber Malin's schedule or where he runs or where he stays, that would be appreciated.
That's a fair enough request. Just prefer that I don't have any bodies showing up in the canals.
Don't worry.
But yeah, Dalber Malin, he will be. Well, you've been to that warehouse that burned. Just 2 warehouses down. He's there most every night. He peddles his wares. The weakness, every man has his own. Every woman has her own. But it's always all greed somewhere in there. That's what I found.
24 was the sense motive.
Yeah. So, and you were making that on his commentary about the
The
Thieves
gods
Guild,
and
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Sclotimus.
Thieves Guild.
Yeah, so he clearly has a distaste for any sanctioning of things like theft, sanctioning of things like begging, but also sees them as a necessary evil.
Because at least they're checked instead of being unchecked.
Yeah, they have the guild, they follow, they pay taxes, they, David saw the mayor of Altamira just in the last year force a peace truce between the Gogs
you
and
were told
Thieves
about.
Guild. So, clearly there is this measure of control, and he, as he looks at you, I'll go and expand on it. He was about to say this. I think I got distracted by chat. We have large fish in the rivers. Some call them sturgeon. Some call them river sharks. These creatures are large and predatory, but they also are prone to disease and all manner of parasites. So there are much smaller little fish that attach and live on the bottom of these river sharks. And really, they're a parasite of their own, but they keep it clean. They keep the more harmful parasites off the belly of the fish. I'm sure you take my meaning. It's needed. One needs the other, even if one feeds off the distasteful waste of the larger.
It is the cycle.
Please forgive me for asking a question. How do you tell the difference between a necessary evil and an evil that needs to be uprooted?
4 decades. 4 decades I've been doing this. If I get the answer, I'll let you know.
That's
I
answer
find-
enough. Thank you.
You do it a bit like a drunken man wandering past the Bobet, trying to find his home.
Slowly.
Slowly bumping into a few walls and hoping eventually you find the right place to sleep.
Thank you.
One more about Dobermalin. Sorry to harp on this. What's the general look?
Half-elf. Dark hair. Stands a little under 6 feet. He's a smooth one, that character. He's not going to give you any information willingly, but he does like his palm greased with coin. He's not immune to the flash of a smile from a beautiful woman,
Oh, well, I can take care of that one.
and he almost
Got plenty of teeth to show.
almost always has muscle around him. You may not see them at first, but they're there. You
Good
don't
to know.
survive long in his role without
Back
keeping
up.
yourself safe.
Of course.
That's right.
So who is Granger in all this?
So
Granger was
Granger,
Jameis's.
yeah, Granger's the one who
We're
perpetrated
finding
it.
the person in the middle.
Yeah.
Next
Oh,
to
okay,
Granger.
okay.
Jameis was one of the two guys, or
Without
Granger was one of
showing
the
our
two
cards.
guys that shot her with the darts that
Yes.
night.
Yeah.
That worked for Jameis Hollander.
Yeah.
That's who you tracked down, got that name.
Yeah.
Now found out that he's buying
From Dobermalin, which is
the
what I did.
narcotic from
Yeah. Okay.
Dobermalin.
Yeah.
That's what he found out at the Tickling Feather.
Yes.
And now,
I know it's so fun.
But he very clearly did not know who Granger was.
no, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What do you know about like James Hollander?
God's that insufferable snot.
What about the Hollander?
I actively
family? Yeah, we
Sorry.
know. But what about the family?
So what you asked earlier, Juan Carlos, your tongue has gotten you in trouble before. Let's just say, hypothetically,
Oh, but I love hypothetics.
it is not uncommon for one to have station elevated far above capability.
Oh.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, that's how Jameis acts.
Who?
Why do you ask about him?
Oh, 'cause he's a snot, and I don't like him.
Well,
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting... Does Jameis Hollander have something to do with this? I want no trouble.
no.
Yes, perhaps
we
we
don't
have
either.
asked too many questions.
So the nobles don't get in trouble. Is that what you're saying?
Perhaps we've asked too many questions.
I think this has been...
A fruitful conversation.
Sometimes fruit goes rotten when it's left out too long. I think this
Let's
conversation-
preserve our fruits then, shall we?
Keep the analogy going.
And I think
It's
Dahlia.
been so nicely done today.
Dahlia would kind of stand and just say, rumors are all rumors. I'm one for truth and not to play in those. So anything of noble quarter names.
You must
Nothing
be
to
in a
me.
very tough position.
I think Dahlia would kind of like stand and
You gotta
just,
know when to hold them, know when to fold
Yeah.
them, know when to walk away.
yeah,
Daisy's still working on that.
yeah. Dahlia would just nod to him and say, "It means a lot to have you speak to us at all. And
I
appreciate what you've done, but thank you."
I am truly sorry for what happened to you. That is not in the bounds of the rules of my city.
Well, if we find out anything about what happened, we'll let you know.
Fair enough.
Is there an easier way to reach you? I mean, obviously, just walking in doesn't seem to be.
I would prefer you don't.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
I don't think he's gonna give
If
us that.
I have something I wish to share with you,
Well equipped. You know my address.
I do know that. Where did you say you were from?
The Southern Mountains.
It's beautiful down there.
Which southern mountains?
I think it's about time we leave.
My, look at the time.
I'll put my arm under
Look at the
Daisy
sky.
and walk her out of the room.
Look at that sun.
So we're all preserving our fruits, are we?
I hope so.
Can I incite him more?
I think the only people who aren't allowed to preserve are the people in the low quarter, but that's just my opinion.
I think Dahlia would just kind of lean and say,
I don't even.
Serpentine, keep them on their toes. I hope that perhaps on another day, fruits will be fresher, but thank you.
I grab you. Just mail me. Just mail me.
Can I sense motive why he's asking these questions?
Yeah,
to her?
I mean,
come on.
you don't even need to sense, but
You don't.
He's hearkening back. He
Is he just
there's
trying to
something
place it?
that has
She
there's
keeps laughing.
he can't put his finger on it, but there's
Okay.
something that strikes him as familiar here. Something he can't put his finger on it, and now
Well, dang, it's
that
probably-
investigator in him is coming out,
Yeah.
where he was trying to figure out what he can't piece together.
As we're leaving, Mila will just kind of look, and she has that effect on a lot of people. It's something about her.
Yeah, that's probably it all it is.
Can I bluff?
It's the water in the southern mountains.
Please go ahead. You can roll it, and let's see what you get.
I'm
But
rolling with advantage
he's
because I
clearly-
don't want this to go wrong. I need
Are you a
him-
good lawyer?
Yes.
You are.
I'm very charismatic.
There you go, Dark Elf.
Being charismatic and
Yeah,
having ranks and bluff.
he's getting too old for this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bunch of 20. Remember that we're like 20.
Yeah, these are like
I'm
18
20.
and 19
These
year
are
old
like
kids marching
high
into this.
schoolers being like,
Yeah,
"Hello,
and
the chief of
you know,
police."
do you care enough about your city? All right, what's the
Not
roll?
massive.
So it was a 4,
Okay,
and that's plus 6.
so a total of 10.
That's a
Not the
total of
best at
10.
lying.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, but
Okay, good. Yay!
but what you can tell is he does also know when someone's trying to manipulate him. This man is a professional.
course.
He's been
Naturally.
He's been a guard captain, commander for a large city for some time, and it's very clear to him that you're being intentionally obfuscating with your responses. And as you close the door and walk out, the last thing you see is Juan Carlos just leaning back in his commander's chair, tapping his chin, staring after Daisy Bell as the door closes. And that is where we end Tears of Aihrde session 16 today.
So great.
So good.
Well done, guys. Golly, so many different. Like, this is getting like it's really hard to keep track of and to know not to like to keep the track of the stories, but to know where you guys are going to go. I like
Yeah.
to balance my games sometimes.
I thought you had.
I can't balance this because
We
it's
just have a lot to talk about.
I know it's like
That makes
also,
sense to me.
and then
4 or 8.
like I would never
I thought that
want
was
to
since
put
I read it
a
all.
stream with the scene with Gretchen in the same scene with some of this other stuff that's happening. I mean, there's a
Randall.
lot. Well, and really, this is also coming off the heels of our Tuesday night show where Vivi and Hob left, and I know like and then that was not too far from the TPK of the book 2 characters.
gosh.
I think my audience is getting. I mean, I've got to believe some of you are getting weary with the tears. I did not
Just
mean
let's
for the
kill for
tears.
fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like,
Listen, John's setting us up for an alleyway brawl with a bunch of bad dudes.
I have combat scenario. I've said you just
Tonight we can go. We
You
can
guys-
go downtown and beat up a bunch of guys in an alley.
you got to use those new hit
I
points.
took Enforcer.
But Mad
Scare some
Chatters, you
boys.
guys were incredible today. Thank you again. We're going to carry over all the plus
this
ones.
dude,
Those plus
Dauber.
ones are carried over
going
because we did not have
I'm
combat.
gonna spit in his face.
And this is now 4 sessions without combat.
Okay, next session we promise to get messy.
There will be combat.
There will be
probably.
blood.
There will be blood.
Well,
Probably. What if we just talk to him? We're like,
The obligatory
"Hey, that
thug
was
encounter.
mean."
Well, it's not even obligatory per se. They're hunting down
We
a
are.
known criminal. They're going to
are.
the dangerous dock district. They're asking
dangerous dock
questions.
district.
Dangerous dock district. They're asking questions of all the most nefarious characters. They're also actively searched for by the head of, or one of the lieutenants of the Yellow Knives.
Okay, so we're being actively we searched for, John? Is that the update?
Well, he already knew this because he was asking about you. You saw.
He's doing
We've
kind
seen
of a bad
multiple
job. We just kind of walk around in the street all the time.
Well, in the day.
Well, did
Yeah.
you guys in the day, and then who knows? You were taken by somebody else that night.
You might have.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, you got.
What if one of the darts is from Rich and the other darts from Deke?
Wait, they
They're
both.
right behind
They're like, no, mine.
Exactly.
I'm taking your stuff.
They go to blow on their dart and already see a dart in her leg. Like,
Someone got to it first.
They're like lining up the shot and they're like, this is perfect. This is no.
Type hashtag BlueBoxRPG in the chat for the giveaway. And we're going to go through and we're going to have our stream MVP vote. I want to remind everybody as we do this, and you're going to vote for who you like the best today. Please make sure, again, what we talked about earlier. You're going to select the person you think either brought the best role play today, made you laugh, made you cry, thought was fun. We don't really even have combat to reference. The closest we got to combat was we had some verbal sparring all day long today.
Always.
We had
It wouldn't be this game without it.
we had Daisy Bell's first kind of cool Nightshade ninja scene, but you know it's still like
It worked well.
it's still like come on level 1 woes, right?
Yeah, it really did
And,
like that.
you kind of tap dance up the thing and get
do what
everything
you
right,
can.
and then just that slippery boot. But
The slippery boot is the name of a new store.
Combat.
well, it might not be.
what's that?
I'm not gonna be level 2 by next combat.
No,
I mean,
well, probably
I
not.
might.
We
Probably
could
not.
we could take a night.
You could.
I would really like my things back. I don't know what the dagger's
I
doing.
feel like that's way too meta.
I agree.
Thank you, Jay
was
Birchfield, for the sub.
A little meta.
I don't know.
We
So-
didn't even suggest it.
You're like,
Just
oh,
gonna
I
happen.
really feel like if I just got one more night's sleep, I'd be way better for. No. All right, so in the chat, type hashtag BlueBoxRPG. We'll have one of these amazing players roll for you. Reminder,
Yeah, maybe.
this
Yeah, maybe we
Tuesday,
will.
we have Kurt. You see him as Cuventus in the chat. He is going to be DMing a one-shot. He's going to be here in the Blue Box room, DMing directly with a fantastic game on Tuesday night. He's got a great set of players.
That's a really good
You're going to
name.
name a bar or tavern somewhere the Slippery Boot. I think that's
Yeah.
a good idea. And we also then on Wednesday night, we have the Lore Masters Arcanum where we're doing this budget build battle. You see this here. So this is a special 2-hour stream with Ashlyn, the Dollar Store DM, and you're going to want to
Look at
bring
that face.
cork,
What a gem.
thin cardboard, like cereal box cardboard, toothpicks, paper, and then other things that you want to add your own twist. And she's going to walk us through how to build this tavern. We'll have our Discord chat channel up, so we'll pipe the chat live into the stream, so people will be able to talk to us live on stream. We'll make Video Ninja links available, so people, if they want to, can share their progress at home. Yes, so you're saying, if you're watching right now, and you're going, who's supposed to be doing this?
Yes.
All of us, all the people. I want everyone doing this. Please, join us and let's do a fun build together and build a fun tavern scene. Then we'll share your progress if you'd like to live on stream. Then you'll post pictures of what you create, not just exactly recreating what she shows us, which some of us would be extraordinary if I could get even close. But then also ways that you could make it your own. Any custom little neat things, tricks that you want to do to add your own. And hang on here. Everyone.
No.
Okay. And so join us that night. 2-hour stream. It's going to be a blast. All right. So as you vote for Stream MVP, you vote for who you think had the best day today and the best game. And
As we
we're going to
explain
kick that off as they explain why they should be Stream MVP.
Why?
Why? And today
This is the question.
we're going to start.
Wow.
We're going to start with you, David.
David?
Why?
Well, let's see. Had a fun little conversation with Mila outside of the Pencer pages.
Got some tattoo lore, people.
Yes, we did.
You got to learn why the skeleton key is broken, which is a fun little
That is really
thing.
good.
I will have it said that last session, or the session before, Rachel was interested in the key, and she had a theory as to why, so I had her message me, and she got it 100% spot on.
Nice. Way to go.
As to why he has a broken skeleton key as a
Nice.
tattoo.
Type hashtag BlueBoxRPG in the chat.
Had that little conversation. Got to learn some stuff about Mila through David asking those questions and poking and prodding. And that continuation of his character of, when he's not with them, he's giving to the gogs, he's helping out the low quarter and that stuff. And then moving to Gretchen and being sad, and me Thomas actually crying multiple times, and trying to help her have a peaceful passing, and it was a sad episode for some parts of it, but we did our best to keep it moving and light, and that was. It was good, and I had a lot of fun doing that. And
talk more in the Discord.
Talk about the Discord for the funeral, which might actually be a legitimate reason for us to put off doing the thing, because I think that might actually be happening tonight. We'll see though, and then getting us in the door with Juan Carlos and proving his silver tongue useful. Keeping the conversation moving and not letting our hand show too much, keeping some cards hidden, and trying from my end at least to do that.
I'm glad we didn't give him all those shoes.
And that
would have been really upsetting.
Yeah. And so yes.
Outstanding.
Having fun as a vigilante, getting to play both personalities is very fun.
No, and you've done a really good job.
Such a great job.
And really didn't intend also just that little bit that came out with Finley.
Finley, very interesting.
And kind of like...
I must commend Rachel for how she defended that as beautiful.
Well, and it's kind of what you and I have been talking about this and how that would occur organically in role play. And I didn't really intend for that to come out that way, but Finley would be perplexed. Why is this human almost not even recognizing who this human is?
They smell the same.
Yeah, I mean, he, to his discernment, this is clearly the same. He's not relying on the visual cues of humanity. And then, of course, what you brought out, it is it's bravo. So
I'm having a very fun time playing this character, and I'm having a very fun time playing it with all of you guys who are doing a very awesome job of helping me to play it, and it's very, very fun.
All right, if you have, go ahead and type hashtag BlueBoxRPG in the chat again, even if you've already done it. I see most of you are checked, but I'm going through and I'm seeing some that I've seen type it, and it didn't put you as eligible. So if you don't mind, just do it again. I want to make sure you are in there.
Too scared.
Before I do. So I'll do my first roll. You, David Click, are rolling for Joffrey, Storycaster of Dice Songs. Congrats, Joffrey, and thank you for the amazing intro work that you helped us get done.
Incredible.
It's so good.
It is so good.
So good.
Also, our newest sponsor. We appreciate all of his work. All right, next.
There was a song you were playing with a violin, and it sounded like The Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
Fun.
During Gretchen's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? It sounded like The Walking Dead?
Not fun.
That's ominous.
That was not the intent.
Yeah, good. It's not
Or was it clever foreshadowing?
Okay, maybe we should burn her?
That was not a foreshadow. No. I am not that cruel a DM.
I was going to.
I'm just going through here and making sure. Okay, I see you. I see
but if
you.
her son's
Yes,
buried,
you're
then
there.
Yeah.
Gonna bury her next to her.
You're
son.
there. I got Dakaflaka. I got Phantom.
Bit of hair. Take it.
Let me check.
You're going to?
Ian.
No, it's
See,
just
Cardman's in there.
got a bit of hair. Take it.
Yep. All right. So it looks like it's picking everybody up. All right. Why should you be stream MVP, Dahlia?
Me? Well, Dahlia's still recovering from a bad day streak. But, today was a little bit brighter, a little bit more, I think, herself again. I think this episode you got to see a lot of that, the dichotomy of the soft and the strength that I think comes out, and that I'm having a lot of fun exploring in Dahlia's character. That I think, to an extent, she might use the same way that she did when she was a kid. Of it can be very disarming to watch a very strong person sit in your office and be like, hey, I'm sorry, this really bad thing happened to me. If you could help, that would be awesome. That can be quite oh, I thought you were going to yell at me, and you're not.
Yeah, because I said, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to disarm you, and then Juan gave a look like, what do you mean disarm me?
Yeah.
He came in and just fully disarmed this guy.
Yeah. I think you got some good stuff with her, a quiet philosophy of what she thinks when she was talking with Gretchen of just subtle things of, I think, Dahlia's deeper held beliefs, which I think
Yeah.
is fun. Little quippy, little fun. Got to see her interact with
Yeah.
Randall some more.
Yeah.
A little more interaction with Tommen, always great. Always good to bring that guilt back in. Yeah, I think just getting her back more kind of in touch with herself as she, I think might have felt a little bit adrift
Sure.
for a day there, but is kind of coming back.
Yeah, and so there's so much subtlety to the way these characters are being played, and I know that's got to be rewarding for the viewers who watch this, because it might just seem like dialogue, but it's not just dialogue. There is so much beneath all of this. It's got to be rewarding if you're invested in the story, and just absolutely fantastically done. All right, you will be rolling for. Wait, no response in the chat. Oh,
roll again for Joffrey.
Oh, okay, I'll roll again for Joffrey. Oh, you got Robert.
Hey!
All right, and I'll
not
roll
fail
again
you.
for Joffrey.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not in the chat.
Got it.
I will not fail you.
All right.
You got
and so you then have Kurt. Hey, we're going mod heavy here
Kurt,
on our
listen.
nominations so far.
I got my boy Jonas in the bag. Don't even worry about it.
All right. Why should you be stream MVP?
Well,
Wait.
who should be stream MVP but me? Why, you might ask? Well, I will tell you why. Well, I started out the session coming up the stairs sneakily. Just
Come right up
practicing
the
my
ladder.
ninja skills, seeing if anybody heard me. And I'm trying to practice so I can get better. And I tried in Pens for Pages.
And you did really well.
I started
did.
out very well.
Really well.
And then I
Your shoe.
slipped. My shoe slipped off my foot.
Gotta
And,
get you better shoes.
just quipping with Randall. And,
Is that what we're calling it?
what?
Is that what it's called? when you're so
When you're
mean to a
insulting
poor
someone.
little boy.
You're just quipping with
I'm just quipping with you.
I'm just goofing.
Jokes.
It's okay.
It's too
You're allowed to.
sensitive.
Oh my God. He's a 15-year-old boy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm only 18. I think. I don't know.
You're 19.
You're
I'm
19,
19.
yeah.
See,
I'm only 19.
these years are just.
You're 19, but you're also a trained ninja.
I know. I think I'm much different than I think that I come off, because with
Needs to wear Aihrde.
Juan Carlos, I just don't think
Aihrde
anybody's
daisies.
gonna recognize me.
I'm glad that we put that disguise on because it
I'm
probably
I know.
probably would have gone much worse.
It helped. It really did.
So, just going in there,
As the
trying to
DM,
get information.
when you have you guys know a lot of the subplots, but then there's a lot that you don't even know, and that's fun for me too, because
Well, and it's just thinking about the sadness of the mannerisms that we carry from our family of
Exactly, yeah.
I've got my grandpa's nose, or
Yes.
there are things about
mom's
you
laugh.
that you carry,
the laughter,
that you
she
can't
carries
stop.
the laughter of her mom.
So
That hurts so badly.
It's so sad.
So, made little Gretchen some sweet honeysuckle tea before she passed away.
what a good thing.
Really
to do.
good.
More than just water.
That more than just
Bringing the
water,
character in.
It's so good.
And it describing the mountains to her so she could go peacefully thinking of the mountains and scene.
And then giving away far too much information to Juan Carlos, but we won't talk about that.
It's fine.
You'll have to come back and see it.
Yeah, well done. And before we roll for you, I want to say
Go talk to
thanks
Sammy's
again to
family,
the
and they're
mods
gonna be like,
today
"Some blonde girl
who did a great
stabbed
job.
me."
Also, thank you to everyone that gave the bits and subs. I'll go through it later, but I also see some of the usual suspects in chat over the last week. What all of you have done has been absolutely tremendous, and so thank you to the Mad Chatters. Thank you to, I know, Moaf, Renreb, Wayne Dan Weirdo. Of course, today we had Toriano doing a ton. And I know I'm missing a bunch as well, so I'll try to reach out individually. But thank you all for the incredible support. And you, Daisy Bell, will be rolling for. You got Keith. Okay, and then we
Rashid, by the
go
way.
last but not least. Why should Mila be
right.
stream MVP?
Mila should be stream MVP because first of all, she loves books. She gets real excited about books. She got a book today. I'm excited
So
to read it.
good.
Mila's excited to read it.
Such
it's
a
great.
nerd.
But
I got
not
a book
only,
too.
Yeah, not only did she get a book, she also got a book
I got a
for
book.
David.
The
which is The Heroes of Heart. Or
Which-
Harrismore.
There's more.
Calls back to the letters we wrote each other, which are partially available to read in the Discord.
And you should totally check them
Exactly.
out because they're really cool.
The bit of you saying, there will be a part, and you'll know when you get to it.
Yeah.
was like so quintessential nerd that it
Very
was so
book nerd,
delightful.
And being able to share that excitement and her passion of books with someone. And then their conversation as well, which he's already talked on, but it was a good conversation. And Mila also just being the lookout, looking at what people want and mean and intend about her friends, watching you, Juan Carlos.
And praying and taking care of Gretchen.
And praying and taking care of Gretchen.
yes.
And you guys learned a lot of new things about Mila that you
Yes,
didn't know.
Sure did.
Such
Yeah.
as the name the Dawnholder, which
Yeah, wrote that one down.
we'll get to, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Write that down, write that down.
It was, I mean, you talk about tough to be placed in the position of, okay, we didn't tell you, but now you got to pray for this person that's about to
I know.
die
It's
on
really
screen, right?
I had that in another campaign where I play a cleric, and I was like, oh god, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I have to make up a fantasy prayer really quick? All right, let's go.
I did my best.
It was
That's
good.
all.
You
Did
know it was
great.
good.
Okay, you will be rolling for Chris Brundahl.
Oh, my buddy, I got
All right, there it is. So now
sit in your
the
chair.
stream MVP is up in the
Wow.
chat.
We
Please
talked
vote.
sometimes on Discord,
The
really.
the stream MVP winner gets 100 experience points, and they're all level 1, so that matters
Well,
to them.
not all of
Okay,
us.
sorry.
Am I right?
So vote for your stream MVP.
Whatever.
I will get ready for the raid,
We'll just
and
beg
let's
John to
go
give
go
XP.
in the same order that we went. So let's start with you.
And everything will be fine.
You're rolling
Everything
first.
will be fine.
You're up first.
I have Robert. I have a 13. Not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Okay,
I've got Kurt.
It's
go
winnable.
Kurt.
That's an 11. So, sorry,
Okay.
Kurt.
All right.
Go, Robert.
I failed you.
Rungal.
Well, you were
You were
last.
supposed to go last, but that's all right. What'd
It's
you
a
get?
15.
A
No!
15? All right, Chris has the 15.
Okay,
I want
Come on,
I'm
Jenny.
taking my dunce dice and giving them another chance.
Second
'cause we
life,
all
second
need second
chances.
chances.
But I want you to know that means she has no confidence in the person
we're
who she wants to
going.
win.
No!
Crapola, a 13.
Oh, I thought that was a net 20.
These dice are.
Don't throw them.
Don't throw up.
They should have stayed
That's
in the
Chris.
dunce chair.
That's the second time I've rolled for someone and it's worked.
Wow.
Amazing.
Who should I raid, guys? That's always a dangerous question.
Sweet tea for both.
I don't promise I will raid whoever you suggest, but if you can let me know, I don't see any of our
maybe.
normal folks up.
Maybe we
We've
will.
almost got a hype train at the end of the stream here. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, still time to vote. And the votes are coming in. This is a well-attended vote. Thank you for that so far.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like
Oh, my phone's about to die.
yeah.
The spread is fun.
I just one.
Oh, it was 0 last time I looked.
Thanks to the one person. I do appreciate that.
It's about to die, so I'm just going to use yours.
There's a charger right there.
She's using it.
No,
No, she's not.
Not anymore.
All right,
your phone.
and if you
charging.
yes,
She's
book
charging.
3,
Coming
Stronghold
in hot.
D&D. All right, I'm going to thank
Or
you,
Chaotic
Jay.
Good
She's
Gaming. He said both are 2 small streams that are.
Stronghold. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that.
Jay's the best. Coming in at the end of the stream. Thanks, Jay.
No, Jay's
Good to
been-
see ya.
No,
Way to
Jay's
go,
been
Jay.
in for a
Jay been
lot
here
of
the
the
whole
stream
time.
today. Yeah, and
He's been here the whole time.
And we're
He's-
writing new stuff into Altamira.
Well,
There's going to be a
that's-
public library or something.
that's the
somewhere.
only reason Jay's here. He's
know.
not actually supporting us. He's just getting material for the box set for Altamira.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
just using us as tools.
Yeah, he's just
I'm writing him songs. You're writing in buildings.
Yeah. Did you like? Well, I don't know how Juan Carlos is supposed to be role played, Jay. So I just I
love
played.
it.
it
I'll
my
continue to
way.
populate the Twilight Woods with
Yes.
this made up stuff I made up.
My goodness.
Okay.
I'll keep making up names for beggars.
Almost out of, as we're getting ready for that, I will play for you,
You have all the
one more
mountains to just
time
do
our
whatever
cool
with.
intro
You've got
before
all
we
the
raid.
mountains.
I
You
want
can
to say
just
thank
do
you
whatever.
again to Joffrey.
I
Hope
just
you
say
guys
I'm from
like
the
this.
mountains.
Are you lying about having been in the mountains?
It's just not true.
It sounds like it's the way that she says it makes it
I'm
sounds
far
like a
from
lie.
Really?
Oh no!
Oh,
Even with
Daisy
this, I
Bell
still
won.
wouldn't
give us
What was the
a
final
yes.
vote? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Daisy Bell followed by Mila. Nicely done.
Hey.
watch
Bringing up the
this
rear. Don't worry, I got the
gorgeous
back,
video.
everybody.
Just tools.
Thank you,
today.
Mad Chatters.
Thank you, Matt
100
Chatters.
Thank you,
for all the
guys.
support today.
Yes.
Let's see, it's 28, 34, 35 votes. That's pretty strong.
That is really good.
It's
That's about
oftentimes-
half.
Yeah, we don't normally get about half that actually
Yeah,
vote. So that
that's
was
really cool.
Thank you for that, guys.
Exercise your rights, people.
No,
Yeah,
thank you, Greg.
Exercise your rights.
Y'all are just tools to Jay. That's right, 491.
Those dice.
Just
I
tools.
need-
People have
I
said
need
that about us
dice
before, I
help.
bet.
My dice have just sucked.
That one was tough because you were like right at the conclusion of a really nicely put together moment.
Yeah.
And then you
I
roll
just
with
like to make a roll.
advantage.
Fumbled it. I know, you
You're-
made
and
me
you rolled
roll.
two
You
twos.
made me roll when I rolled so well.
Well, you had different things you were doing. You were being stealthy, then you were climbing
Yeah, I mean,
up
hanging
a
like a
banister.
bat.
Now you're hanging like a bat with a book in your hands. You know, there were three different things there that were being done. Thank you,
and
Kurt.
I spent an advantage.
You did.
Make sure you
And
guys
roll
watch
two,
Kurt
two,
DM on
two.
Tuesday
That's
night.
not as bad as what I
His
did.
first
which is
time
spend an
DMing on
advantage
Blue
and roll
Box.
2 1s.
That is
But he's
true.
an experienced
That
DM.
is
You could have
true.
done worse.
You could have rolled a one.
But at least with the ones, I could have fumbled and really made it a funny experience.
thing.
Well, and fallen
other than
directly
that, it
on
was
the
like-
poor
You know,
boy.
like
It
a
was
funny thing
funny
like
to
breaking
me.
your neck would have been funny.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
she has a
Okay,
shirt
you're
that
right,
says
you're
it now,
right.
Patrick. She made a shirt.
What
that
is
Or
says,
you
Yeah,
could have
"Don't make
broken
me roll."
Randall's neck.
I loved your right after. Just
Swiftly gets up like it didn't happen. Here's a book. Here's a book.
She's bent on
It was a good
vengeance
recovery.
and reformation. You're getting some of that. You're seeing
Yeah.
this dichotomy of one raised in privilege, still appreciates privilege, but also struggling with how that is living in the world. And I think the entire story with Click, it is just
Juicy.
it is. It's so much fun.
I'm having fun.
Thank you very
I
much,
still-
Tracy.
Are you lying about having been in the mountains? Because the more that you say it, the more it sounds like a lie.
It's
It's very sus.
You're like, yes, the mountains, you know.
It's been
They're
that
there.
way.
the
Those
tears of air.
Well,
We
you don't
thank
know
you.
where in the mountains.
I mean, you
what
can
was
see
in
them from the
mountains.
city, so I know they're there.
We
They
thank
are.
you for joining us. We appreciate
my
all
God.
of
Thank
you.
you
I got
guys.
comments. Love you.
Reminder, Tuesday night, Kurt, Wednesday night, Lore Masters Arcanum budget build battle, and we're going to raid Stronghold D&D. So make sure you give them a hello and a follow from Blue Box. And thanks for supporting us. Thanks for watching today. Good. I'm glad you loved it, Toriano. And again, man, wow, the mods were so active today. Great job. All right, rating with
Thank you,
51 folks. That's
everyone.
awesome.
Bye, guys.
Blue Box signing out, saying bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good week.